know what I bought yesterday?
What are you
I
playing
can't even
with?
imagine.
24 cans of Mountain Dew for $8. 24 cans of Mountain Dew for $8.
That's
24
solid.
cans of Mountain
That
Dew
is
for
What are
solid.
you
$8.
playing with?
I'm probably playing alone, but SKDX Killer is in chat. He's telling me about this great deal he just got on a whole case of Mountain Dew for $8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Mustafa loves her Diet Dew.
It's like they make like they cost them like 5 cents to make. And oh, that's what's weird too, is you can, some places sell like 12 like cans for like $7. So that's,
Oh, you want to talk about markup? Beer. I remember a buddy of mine was managing a bar locally, and they were getting like Bush Light bottles for $8 a case from their distributor. I mean, they'd sell them.
Yama.
It's like, yeah, $3 a bottle, or you can get 5 bottles in a bucket for $12.50, and it's like that's some serious markup. No wonder so many people like to own bars.
Yeah, they can sit there and put half of like a frothy tap on there and it's fine or whatever.
Yep. Hey, what was it we were talking about? Something. Oh, I was Josh and Mrs. Mustafa the other day. Apparently, the Westminster Dog Show is this weekend, maybe? I think we saw a TV ad, and she's like, "Oh, I'll have to call the girls and let them know Best in Show is going to be on." Her and her girlfriends like to watch the dog show and talk about all the different breeds of dogs. And I was like, "That sounds awesome, honey. We should get a keg." And she's like, "What?" Because people totally get a keg to hang out and watch the dog show.
My husband wants to have fun? What?
It confused her. Not that I wouldn't want to get a keg, but those days are long behind me. Now I just want to get a 5-gallon box of Coke Zero syrup.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's face it, I need the caffeine.
Problem that's what I'm running off of, is straight soda caffeine. And then yesterday, my YouTube recommended was the evil truth of soda, and I was like, oh boy. What are you trying to tell me now?
Well, I know if Coke Zero were bad for you, I'd already be dead, so I don't really have
That's
anything to
true.
worry about.
Well, you're just immune.
The one thing I haven't done.
We went to this huge restaurant, not restaurant, a supermarket that they opened, and the first time I went, I was like, Dad, mask or no mask? And he's like, no mask. I was like, cool.
You guys you're not vaccinated. You're allergic, right?
I'll tell you, I don't know, whatever excuse I feel like giving, but
Okay.
I'm not getting it. But and then I was just like, yo, it's like, what are they gonna do? Ask, could we see your identification, please?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Pound sand.
Yeah, I went with the wife to Walmart last week, and all of the mask mandates have expired here in Nebraska.
I think Walmart in general, or just like
Well,
as a company, they
there's
removed it.
corporate places, yeah, like the sandwich place we went to, Potbelly. I found out their corporates in Chicago because they were still wearing masks, and I was like, "Do they still make you guys wear masks even if you've been vaccinated?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's company policy," and it was sort of like, ugh. But so the employees have to wear masks there, but the customers don't. And
That's
then
good.
when we went to the Walmart neighborhood grocery, they had a sign on the door that was like, "Customers who have been vaccinated do not need to wear masks." And it was like,
Well, that's my thing, is how do you like implement that? I
it's
didn't
on the
get
it's
it.
on the honor system. It's fine.
Yeah.
I kind of like that because it's like, wear a mask if you want to, don't if you don't
Don't
want
wear,
to. Yeah, and it's like totally cool. I mean, traditionally, up until COVID hit, in Asian cultures, the only people who wore masks, you'd see Koreans and Japanese people wearing masks on the streets, but they were the sick people. They would
Yeah.
wear a mask out of courtesy to other people
Yeah.
so that they wouldn't get them sick. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden that kind of got flipped on its head. And it's like, yeah, wear this paper mask and everything will be okay. And then, 500,000 people died anyway. But I'm sure masks help, but I remember hearing the analogy that wearing a mask to prevent the COVID virus is like putting up a chain link fence to stop mosquitoes. Apparently, the virus is much, much, much smaller than the gaps
Yeah.
in the mask fibers.
Yeah.
but it can't hurt. I just feel bad for my poor nephew. The kid's been working in a kitchen wearing a mask for a year. His face is horribly broken out.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, cleaning a fryer sucks. Cleaning a fryer wearing a face mask would not be any fun at all.
I'm
And I
sure
guess I
he's
should probably do my usual introduction. I have to get into the right chat first. Here we go. Hi, everybody. It's Big Ed Mustafa. Welcome to another riveting, white-knuckled, exciting adventure after dark. I'm Big Ed Mustafa. I'm excited to be here. And the man giving you shopping reports on Mountain Dew on sale is SKDX Killer, a
Oh yeah.
recovering Lotro streamer who managed to survive his experience and get on with his life even after leaving Lotro stream. So, congratulations on your survival and
Yeah.
welcome. Once again, Zinger is welcome to join us. Not expected, but always a delightful addition. We were discussing his whereabouts and when we might see his smiling face returning to the broadcast, but I do not believe tonight is the night. I would love to be surprised and proved wrong, however.
What about the Zinger Beacon?
That would be cool. Be like a combination of the bat signal and Zorro Z.
Yeah.
It's like, hurry, Zinger, we need sarcasm. Report at once to Commissioner Gordon.
I found a fusion core in a trash can. Fuck.
Nice. Are you actually playing Fallout 76?
No, I'm playing Fallout 4.
Oh, okay.
On the console, it's kind of gross, Ed. I'm not gonna lie.
I had to tell you, we were talking about this on stream the other night, and I think Freelancer and maybe Daddy Hutch and I were talking PC hardware a little bit. And I've always had this price wall in my head. I do not like to spend more than $300 on a graphics card. And I have a couple of experiences to explain it. I've mentioned before spending, I think I spent $229 on my Voodoo 2 card back
All
in the
right,
day.
so what? Like, so your
Yeah.
card does what? 1440, right?
Yeah.
It can output to that. How much did you pay on that?
The card was $369, and that's more than I would typically have spent.
Yeah,
Except I had a $105 credit at Amazon and
that
nothing
works
to
out.
use it on, and I kind of talked myself into stepping up and buying a better video card. I had an 8 gig RX
But like,
580.
how
It was
much better is
perfectly
that than
fine.
purchasing like a 2080 or whatever? It's like you're gonna spend an extra like $400, $500, $600 on something that gets you what? It outputs in 4K when not many people can even do that yet.
Correct. But I remember spending $230 on my Voodoo 2 card back in the day, and I bought the 8 meg version, and the 12 meg version was $299. And a buddy of mine was like, "Oh, you're totally going to regret that when you want to, go SLI, and you're slumming it with a pair of 8 meg cards instead of 12 meg cards. It's going to be way better." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think so." And then, like, the
Did you?
next year, we were ripping those cards out, and you couldn't even hardly give them away. I might have eBayed my old card for $50. I mean, video cards are not investments other than the pleasure that you can derive from them before they
Yeah.
get replaced by something way better. Um, why is this not lit up? What am I missing? Ballista? I must need to go up the hill and get something here. For some reason, not all the siege engines are lit up for me. But yeah, that was always kind of a mental barrier. And when I bought this 5700 XT, I knew that I was spending a little bit more than I typically did. But the card was supposed to be 400. It was on sale for 369. Came with some games. Not that I ever got them. That's a different story. I think I've ranted about Amazon's
Yeah.
horrible customer service before. But I won't get into that at this time again. I'm missing siege engines and I don't know why. Why are these not lit up? Well, I'm figuring that out. I'll continue with the story. So the other thing I got to thinking about was my evolution as a gamer. My first computer was my Amiga 500, and I played games on it, but that wasn't why I bought it. I bought it to do schoolwork while I was going to university. And I played games on it, and it was cool, but I never would have spent what I spent on that thing just to play video games.
Oh yeah.
And instead, I bought an 8-bit Nintendo back in the day, the
Oh,
original NES console, and it
big fat
was,
thing. Yeah.
yeah, they were like a couple $100, and it came with controllers and it came with the light gun and Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. And it was a pretty nice package.
Oh yeah.
It might have been 149, 199, but if you want to play video games and play them well, you've always been able to do it at a much lower price point than the cost of a PC. And I think about that, and one of the other things, and again, maybe if you and I both owned RTX 2080s or 2080 Ti's, we would know what we were missing right now and we would feel differently about the topic. And
Yeah.
I don't have enough information. I've never had a top of the line anything on my computer. Having worked in the computer industry for as long as I have, I remember when the Pentium 133 was out, it was a $1,200 chip. The Pentium 120 was like an $800 chip, and the Pentium 100 was a $300 chip. And the difference between a 133 and a 100, other than the $800 in cost, was not very much. The 133 wasn't significantly faster, but it was 2.5 times more expensive. I mean, it was outrageously more expensive. And and then the next thing that would happen is they'd come out with a few more chips. Like by the time the Pentium 166 was shipping, the 133 was a $300 chip, and nobody cared anymore. And the early adopters always pay that early adopter tax, and whatever the latest and greatest is always stupidly expensive. And I always kind of operated on the idea that whatever the third fastest thing is probably the smart buy for the money. It'll last just as long as whatever the fastest thing is, and
Yeah.
you'll just not waste as much money in the near term. If you have a purpose, if you need it as a tool for productivity, if you're making money with your computer, if you are rendering or editing videos, Mrs. Mustafa edits photos on her computer. She actually makes money with her computer.
Yeah.
She's probably made more money doing one wedding than I make all year off of my Twitch stream, and that's perfectly fine. I never got into Twitch to make money. It's nice that I do occasionally earn a few shekels from my viewers, but I literally started streaming on Twitch just to promote Lotro. That was my main interest. Loved the game, thought it was unfair that it wasn't better known, and just wanted to do my part to promote it by streaming it badly. But
You say badly.
yeah, but people see me streaming Lotro and they're like, he's an idiot. I can do way better than him. And so I've inspired a whole generation of Lotro streamers who came after me just to prove that I suck and they can do it better, and that's okay. But even today, if all I wanted to do is play video games, Nebraska Furniture Mart has the Xbox Series S in stock. It's
No way.
$299.
Yeah.
Comes with a controller, has the storage built in. I do that and get an Xbox Game Pass. I'm set. You can
Yeah.
game for $300. So
Yeah.
I still don't get what the point is of spending more than the cost of an entire personal computer on just your video card. So I can see, if you're really into gaming, go crazy, get a $500 video card. That I don't think is, it's not the best use of your money, but if you have it to spend, knock yourself out. But this idea that, people are buying $1,500 video cards, or they're spending $2,000 on eBay to get a $700 video card, it's beyond me. I don't get it. I don't know. And I love video gaming. I do it a lot. I stream a lot. I enjoy it. Not what I'm going to do with my money. And, for me, it's not my singular passion. It's not my main hobby. I need to waste money on model airplane stuff. I need to buy fishing equipment once in a while. Um, so because I have other interests and hobbies, I always have to weigh what they call the opportunity cost. If I buy a $1,200 video card, what am I going to miss out on? Model airplane stuff. Am I not going to be able to go on vacation? Am I not going to be able to get fishing gear? Things like that. So,
Fair.
yeah. So,
Personally, playing Fallout 4 on Xbox One and playing it on PC, it's just so much smoother and nicer and faster.
yeah, not saying I don't enjoy the PC gaming experience. And in fact, one of the reasons I quit buying consoles was for whatever reason I just started gravitating. And part of it is choice of games. Consoles are very good for fighting games, they're very good for racing games. Uh, they're good for sports games. PCs are much better for MMORPGs. I find them better for most RPGs. I'm dead. Holy cow. Yeah, I just got knocked by a warrior and a sorcerer. I got stunned for too long. Osgiliath is tough for a solo player. And I've been through there before. But Puppet Box checking in. Weekly PC parts discussion. Yeah, I don't even know how we got started off on it. Hi, Puppet Box. Puppet Box PC parts lately seem a lot like gaming gear. There's a bare minimum that's needed, but beyond that, you hit diminishing returns, and the time cost investment is for a relatively minimal increase. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the new RTX cards that launched and why everybody's just kind of disgusted about them. You've got NVIDIA marking up a card 20% more for a 4% performance gain. Doesn't make any sense. The only thing it does is it makes NVIDIA able to make more money off of each of their GPU dies that they produce. Also true of the 3080 Ti. And, it's unfortunate, but until the market settles, and it will settle again, and might be 3 months, it might be 6 months or a year, but when sanity returns to the graphics card market, it's going to be really interesting to see how things start to shake out, because that 3070 Ti should probably be priced at $529 if the base 3070 is at $499. It's not a huge upgrade. There's a little bit of a speed boost in some games, almost no boost at all if you're doing applications or actual work with the computer. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. But some of the products that are getting introduced are just cash grabs, and the whole market is just top heavy because people are buying all the expensive video cards, and until those aren't getting sold, nobody's got any reason to produce less expensive cards.
If you're a practical gamer, then yeah, there's no reason you should be spending $800 on a video card that you'll
Yeah.
never make the return on investment with.
Well, there's certain technology things that if I like something, it's probably not going to be popular, and there's a lot of stuff that's popular that's just not my cup of tea. Phones is another area that bewilders me. I've got a blue G6 I bought from Amazon for $89. Wow, Herodrim Slayer of Eastern Gondor Advanced already completed. Nicely done, Ed. I paid $89 for it. Android 9, 3 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage built in. Nice display. It's got an 8-core 64-bit processor. Fast. It's $89. Why would you spend 10 times that on a phone other than ego or prestige or status? I mean, it's a little bit like, when we went to high school and there were some kids who wore Levi's and there were some kids who wore Wranglers and there were other kids who had to have designer jeans or more expensive jeans, and it's like, they're just blue jeans.
You don't want to go shop at the Gap, Ed? What the hell?
Mrs. Mustafa loved shopping at the Gap back in the day.
They're not really a thing as much anymore, huh?
Not for her, anyway. She might have aged out of Gap shopping, I don't know. I hated it when she was working part-time at the mall. It was like she had a scheduled shopping trip 2 or 3 nights a week. she'd be like, okay, I'm going to take a little break, and then go to the other stores and spend money. It was like, oh, I hope she gets fired from this job. They never did fire her.
Sorry, she's too good at this job.
Yeah, exactly. So cryptos have an impact on GPU price. Yeah, it's a big habit. Lord Smooches says, except Nintendo. PC Master Race, baby, except Nintendo. Well, there's always these discussions. It's like, console or PC? It's like, yeah, why not?
Both the same thing almost.
Yeah. It's like
All Xboxes have Windows architecture in them. So.
Xbox or PlayStation. Yeah, you don't have to pick. Buy one of each.
They're almost the same thing, I promise you.
Yeah. It's like, do you want a high-end gaming PC or a mid-range gaming PC plus a PS5 and an Xbox One X? You don't have to choose. It's about allocating your resources. And I mean, if you have enough money, you can buy whatever you want, and it's your business. I remember Lou Reed once singing, "Does anybody need a $60,000 car?" And he had a point. It's like, do you really need a $60,000 car? You can't get by with a $25,000 car, and
Nope.
maybe put some money in your kids' college savings, or give $5,000 to your favorite charity. It's just at some point, everybody runs out of money except maybe the government, and it's just how you want to allocate your resources. I tried not to think too hard about what I spent on my niece's new computer. I did it very slowly over a matter of months, so there weren't any particularly large outlays at any given time. But yeah, I told her that computer ought to probably get her to college.
How old is she?
15.
So 3 years?
Yeah.
I can see it.
I mean, it's possible that GTX 980 I put in it might not last. It's an old card, so it could go bad, but if it doesn't, she's good to go. And at worst, she might need a video card update. But not to play The Sims 4, she won't. So.
No.
But I'm actually kind of thinking that it might be interesting. I haven't played a console in 8 years, maybe. I may not have played a console almost as long as I've been playing Lotro.
That's crazy.
My newest console, I think, was my Xbox One. And I've got a PlayStation Portable.
Yes.
And I don't even know which one of those came out first.
PSP.
Okay.
2004.
So the Xbox One came out when?
2013. Like 9 years later.
Or no, the original Xbox.
Oh, the OG. Oh, Xbox as an original. 2001, and then the PSP was 2004.
Okay, so the PSP is my newest console.
PSP rocks, bro.
Yeah, it was super fun system.
It was basically a PS1, or like a souped up PS1 on with PS2 architecture ish. Like there's some games that on their PSP counterpart almost played identical to the actual game it was main of.
Elda test. Let's see if I fix the feedback problem. Hopefully, Eldalist sneaks in to test settings on the account. Welcome, Elda. Nintendo because of Zelda. Yeah, I always liked Nintendo's first-party titles. They always make fun stuff.
Yeah, well, that's how they make their money, though. Is they're like, oh yeah, no Mario on like PSP or PS5 or Xbox, but like you'll spend $400 to play on our freaking Switch that is like probably less powerful than your phone.
Well, it's just a testament to the quality of their games, though. I mean,
I guess so.
Zelda sold Switches.
Oh no,
people.
Oh yeah, that's
$360 to play the new Zelda game. Take my money. It's like more power to them if you can make a game that good. And that's one of the reasons why I got away from consoles. The We used to talk about system seller titles back in the day.
Yeah, there's no more of those.
There are none, and there haven't been any for a while. And the only reason I haven't bought a console is I've made the comment before that I thought about picking up a PS3 or PS4 because I heard so many good things about The Last of Us, and
That's a good one.
I was curious to play The Last of Us, but I just never pulled the trigger. But part of it is because I'm playing so many other things, I don't really have the time to play it. But that
Over
having
the
been
next few
said, it
years,
was like,
Sony will throw their stuff on PC.
maybe?
I think so. If they don't, they're stupid because if Xbox is gonna do it, like what? Oh, come buy our PlayStation, like play Spider-Man. Like, get out of here.
Well, I've played good Spider-Man games before, but
It is true.
there just hasn't been a big system seller for a long time. And I got to the point where I had a lot of game consoles and I just wasn't playing them anymore. I got more interested in MMORPGs and playing stuff on the PC, and just never wandered back to the console space. I haven't been playing a lot of sports games. I haven't been playing a lot of racing titles. I haven't been playing a lot of fighting games. Um, so there just hasn't been that impetus. But the idea of buying an Xbox One S and seeing what an entry level console experience is like in 2021 actually kind of interests me a little bit. And from a curiosity standpoint, I'm just wondering how far away from a PC experience you are.
Pretty close.
Yeah, I don't think there's the gap that there used to be. The thing that used to bug me about consoles, and one of the things I liked about the PC environment was, you might spend more on your PC, but it seems like you always end up spending less on the games.
Oh yeah, I never pay full price.
Yeah, it's like $69.99 on your console, or you can get the PC version for $40 if you buy a brand new title. And then, everything ends up at $19.95 after a few months anyway. And if you're not a spastic fanboy who has to play the latest, greatest title right away,
Yeah,
it's not that big of a deal to
I
just wait a
don't.
few months and buy it after it
Yep,
goes on sale.
absolutely. I don't even remember the last game I spent $60 on.
I
Probably Red
do,
Dead 2.
and it wasn't worth it. It was Fallout 76.
I didn't spend that. Ha ha ha!
Well, I made the comment at the time. I was like, I've loved all of the Fallout games so much, I will let Bethesda screw me over. They've earned the right to.
Yeah,
And
they got one bad game.
they've had more than one bad game.
No, I'm sure.
But that having been said, I mean, I've not heard good things about the newest Wolfenstein titles. Wolfenstein 2, The Colossus, and
My friend said that like the first one was probably like the best one.
The New
And then there's
Blood.
like Young Blood. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one sucked.
The Old Blood looked like it might be kind of fun. I have the New Order. What was funny about that is I was playing through it, and there's all these missions, and it's super difficult, and you're fighting your way through this German installation, and you're just getting ripped on by machine gun fire, and you're just crawling your way through this tunnel system, just step by step, inch by inch. You're watching your buddies get shot left and right, and you get through all this, and I don't know how long I played it. And then all of a sudden I realized that I had just completed the intro and was getting transferred over to the main game finally. And I was like, oh my god, the intro was this hard? So, that was an experience.
Played was it Monster Hunter or whatever recently, and that game had like an hour and a half intro. It was brutal. I was like, yeah, I might be all set with this.
Well, I don't mind difficult. I kind of like the challenges, Even games I'm not good at, like, Rocket League and Apex Legends. I don't mind
But
getting...
you're a legend at Apex Legends.
Well, I'm a legend at getting shot in the face, maybe. Although I did end up winning 2 championships last night. That was pretty exciting. And I felt bad
Gipio.
because Gipio wasn't there for either of them.
GPO is usually the reason you lose, so just kidding.
Hard Hit checking in. Hello, Hard Hit.
Die, Raider,
Puppet Box
die.
says the Switch is the best console I've ever owned or played on. The
I agree.
versatility and game titles on it are superb.
So they're trying to get Game Pass on the Switch for to some extent, and then they've re-released a lot of like titles that from like original Xbox and all that stuff on it. It's good. It's just it's a really weak console though. If you like,
From a power standpoint, you mean?
yeah, yeah, like your phone might be more powerful than the Switch itself. It's pretty weak. A lot of games like Apex, Overwatch, all awful on the Switch. Should have never been made. Fortnite was well optimized, so it worked out. But
Yeah, it's interesting. Nintendo's always been successful without being at the. The only time I can think that they've really been at the peak of the power curve, the Super Nintendo back in the day was
yeah, that
the
was
bomb
it.
diggity. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So
outclassed anything else on the market except maybe for the Neo Geo Gold, which was
argue.
$500 at the time, and the
Fuck
Super
that.
Nintendo was. We're on Lotro Stream.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Fudge that.
and
Arguably, the only thing I'd say, like their height, like their biggest up curve was definitely the Nintendo Entertainment System. Then when the Wii came out, like that was like everyone and their grandma could play the Wii, and then the Wii U, everyone that was a colossal failure. And then the Switch came out, and everyone's like, I go on airplane trips and car rides.
actually, the sales data for the Wii U, it might not have been popular with hardcore gamers, but they did sell.
I would like one, only because it's backwards compatible with the Wii, and it has an HDMI port on it. The Wii did not.
I looked at the Wii for a long time and just never pulled the trigger. And
It's
again,
fun.
it was mostly because I just wasn't playing console games.
Yeah,
It's like, should I get one of these, or am I just going to sit on my PC while this thing gathers dust?
it's fun. I like the party games, like you can play with like anyone, like a 6-year-old or whatever. And then like Metroid was pretty good, and Mario Kart and all that was pretty good.
Yeah, my Nintendo GameCube, I actually got the Metroid Bundle Edition.
Oh, I love Metroid Prime. Oof.
Yeah,
On the GameCube.
Wavebird
Circuit
controller
City.
packed in. Yeah, it was nice.
Circuit City was the first place I ever saw Mr. Handy. Am I gonna have to kill you? I bet I am. Alright, here we go. Hey, bud. You gonna attack me? Are you just chilling? Cool. All these guys are gonna go all evil on me, I know it.
I think I'm looking back here. I have to find the 4 rangers that are scattered around Osgiliath.
They play hide and go seek.
Yep. You've never been out here to Osgiliath, have you?
I believe I'm probably not.
I think it's level 100, 105.
What do you mean I can't pick that lock? I am a savage man.
Tough sledding. Don't break all your bobby pins.
I only have 10, but I'm not at a high enough level anyway to do anything.
Lockpick's always one of the first things I try to max out.
I try to get that and like bullets, man, because I feel like in this game I'm always lacking bullets.
Yep. You should always have a good melee weapon.
That too.
Plus, I think melee was fairly OP in Fallout 4, if I remember.
Fallout 4 is just the easiest to mod.
Down
And it's
again? Son of a
very
gun.
fun. Nuka-Cola.
I was almost to where that ranger's located, too. That's a bite in the shorts.
That is 2 skeleton hands. Very nice. Okay.
Well, let's try.
Yo, where's that bully from the 3rd Fallout so I could punch that sweet roll down his throat?
I don't even remember that.
It's like at the birthday party scene, and like that old lady
Oh,
gives
and
you a sweet
yeah,
roll,
okay. In the
and Butch,
beginning.
I think his name's Butch or
Yeah.
some stuff, and he's like, yeah, he's like, give me that sweet roll from old lady Palmer, and you're like, yeah, I'll gladly shove it down your throat, or you spit on it,
Hi,
and
Pookie.
then you have to save his mom from rad roaches.
Yep.
That was
Mrs.
funny. And he's like,
Mustafa has brought me the great gift of Cheez-Its.
oh, I was gonna say more Coke Zero. I was like, she does not need to give you more.
Extra cheesy grooves. Grooves are thin and light and really crispy. They're yummy. So, I guess we should talk about Lotro at some point.
Oh, before we change the PC hardware setup, so I saw the picture of this person who's doing an advertisement today for Elgato. They had four Elgato key lights, two Elgato ring lights, and the mic that I have. I'm like, yo, someone spends way too much money on things they could literally go to Walmart and get a desk lamp for,
Well, yeah.
or like
Of course,
or
they're
like
good at making
a
money.
corner room lamp. Like you don't need to go get something that's $160 because it could. I mean, if you are truly an Elgato streamer, then everything does
What
go
news do you
together
bring,
with the
traveler?
stream deck and stuff. But if not, then it's just pointless.
Hmm.
I like the mic. The mic was definitely an investment, but I'm not about to drop $160 on a key light and $100 on a green screen that tracks up and down when you can easily just order the two parts separate and fuse them together yourself.
Well, you can't take it with you, so you may as well spend it while you're here. That's a lot of people's thinking anyway.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
it goes back to what we were talking about video cards. If that's what you want to spend your money on, it's your money.
Oh yeah, if you get use out of it, I feel like it's worth it. Like no one else can tell you, but it'd be like buying like $100 like video game just to not play it. Which I mean I've done that too. But
I probably did it with Skyrim, actually.
Skyrim's
Skyrim's supposed
fantastic.
to be one of the greatest video games ever made. Angry Joe, 10 out of 10.
Top
And
10 on my top 10 anyway.
I might have 5 hours in it. I
It's
started
fun,
playing it.
but if you, it's like you either like both of them or you like one of them. I don't think it's a both thing. Oh, I think I'm dead.
What's the other one?
Skyrim and Fallout.
Oh,
I think you like things like medieval times, or you like the futuristic, or you like both. But like, I could say I probably like Fallout better. It's just Skyrim I feel like had a bigger impact. Fallout 4, I didn't really like Fallout until Fallout 4 came around. I just found it an easier game than the other two.
well, I've made the comment that one of the reasons Fallout 3 wasn't so popular was it was the hardest of the Fallout games.
Oh yeah, it's
Bethesda's
super
done.
hard. Yeah, it's a hard game.
Well,
Fallout 4, I just feel I don't know. I felt more at home with it.
yeah, and it's gotten progressively easier. Fallout 76 has its own challenges, but I thought Fallout 3 was just a fantastic gaming
Oh yeah, it
experience. And
is.
really, really liked it. It's my favorite of all of the modern Fallouts. Um, but
I just like straight up steal this thing.
no, when I started playing Skyrim, I was just starting to get into the game, and I went up a mountain looking for something, and just got stuck on top of this mountain and got frustrated and bored and set the game down and walked away. It was like, yeah, this is stupid. And I know I should probably go back and play it again sometime, and it's just been like, yeah, I got other stuff to do. So that's on me. That just I
I
just had a
downloaded
weird
Morrowind.
experience with it. I'd played Oblivion a lot. It's not like I was new to.
Oblivion was good.
Yeah, Oblivion was good. I played that a lot until it was almost pointless to keep playing.
Hey, Fallout, thanks for like crashing even on console. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. Thought I just put all that time in for it to crash.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I got Skyrim on here on my Xbox. Morrowind's on here. So it was like a gig. Fallout 4. Oh yeah, let's try some Skyrim. See what I got on this phone. On this thing. I don't know what else I need for my computer. My mouse seems pretty good. My keyboard is pretty good.
You need a motherboard, CPU, and RAM is what you need.
Yeah, that'll probably be the next step. That probably won't be happening while prices are the way they are, though.
Actually, the Intel stuff is very reasonably priced right now.
It's-
That motherboard CPU I put in my niece's computer was about 250 for the pair.
yeah.
It was a i5-10400F, 6 cores, 12 threads, fast, and I put it on a $99 B460M motherboard from MSI that had built-in Wi-Fi,
Uh,
802.11ax or AC, excuse me. So the Wi-Fi 5, but great little board for $99, $150 chip. I got an extra $10 off on it when I bought it, and it's low end enough that you can just use the stock cooler. But if it were my gaming rig, I'd probably spend a little bit on an aftermarket cooler. But the niece is playing Sims 4, so it's fine for her.
yeah, that won't be running too hot.
And then if you can get 16 gigs of DDR4, that's going to set you back another $75. But that would be a huge step forward for you. You could keep your video card, your case, your
I would like to
storage.
put, if I had money right now, I'd definitely. I mean, I'd say it would be a waste of money to get a new case, but the case itself, I don't like looking at it. But it's also under my desk all the time, so.
Yep. Yeah, and even when I buy a nice case, I still don't spend that much money.
Do you guys know anything about ESO? I've heard good things about ESO. I just never really wanted to put my hat in another MMO that.
Hi, Sean. I actually played ESO when they did a free weekend. I remember ESO was kind of hot garbage when it launched, and it took them
Oh yeah.
almost a year.
Oh yeah.
But
It
they
was
went out
definitely
and
that.
basically fixed it and resurrected the game. ESO looked like it was slated to fail, and the developers went back and really turned that thing around. So, which I'm glad. Nobody likes to see an MMO fail. It just makes it that much harder for anybody else to get another one published. But yeah, ESO. If for some reason Standing Stone Games didn't have DDO or Lotro, ESO would have to be something I would have to look at very closely for my next MMO. I thought it was good. Again, having kind of bailed on Skyrim just because of my own inadequacies and frustrations, I wasn't super excited about ESO. But it's a good solid game. It's a good solid engine. It's an interesting game world. I know a lot of friends who play it and stream it, and it seems pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, here's a save from Skyrim from 12/31/18.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Well, I suppose, maybe just for fun since we're talking about it,
I do like me some Lotro though.
let's take a look at Ed's Steam library and see if Steam can tell me exactly how many hours I've put into Skyrim.
Probably two.
Why is it not listed on my list of games? Elder Scrolls Skyrim?
Maybe.
There's a winner. Oh, this is going to be kind of fun.
20 minutes.
So this is considered one of the greatest games of all time. When I bought it, I may not have paid full retail for it, but I think I probably dropped $50 on it back in the day. Last played in October of 2019, so that's actually more recent than I would have guessed. And that might have been my nephew playing on my computer at the time. Playtime, I have a total of 13 hours on it. So shame on me. If I ever get bored, I should go back and play Skyrim at some point.
I agree.
But to Bethesda's credit, they have managed to find a way to sell it and sell it and sell it and sell it
Oh,
again.
it's good. And then the mods, like you can literally end the game, and there's just so many mods that like the game just keeps going. But for me, it's just like I've played it
Yeah.
since 2011. It's like how many times are you gonna do the base game? A million times.
I like that they support the mod community as much as they do, and they make that an option on some of their games. Now, the other problem I have is with Lord of the Rings Online. I played back in open beta. I've played Lotro for a very long time. I had a problem with my computer. I had a Java update that I installed. It was years ago, quite a few years ago, but it broke all of my links to all of my applications. I had to go through and reinstall everything because of the stupid Java update that broke a bunch of stuff. And I reinstalled Lotro. At the time I did it, I'd been playing for a long time. Since that reinstall, I've got almost 4,500 hours booked just on my primary account since that reinstall. So, yeah, that's a thing. That's a lot more than I've gotten out of Skyrim, and I didn't spend a nickel on Lotro. So I like the value proposition. But don't be like me, boys and girls. Support Lotro. So anyway, yeah, we were going to transition topics earlier because I don't know if you got a chance to watch Court of the Rings today.
I did not.
He had a conversation with Severlin. It was quite interesting. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up. Severlin was talking about how they're deep into working on the Gundabad expansion.
Nice.
The Brawler class.
Yeah.
Ponton mentioned Wednesday that there's already a Brawler trainer at the Breetown jail, and they're working on finalizing some of the Brawler details. That's
Yeah.
coming up very soon. Apparently, they've had more discussions about the River Hobbits, and those are probably going to be a thing after Gundabad, maybe. I don't know that the time sequence has been set for sure. But if you haven't had a chance to watch Court of the Rings,
Yeah.
very interesting episode today. They talked about a lot of different topics and things.
You think they're gonna ever pull that PC that console port?
Mm,
I feel like that's like wishful thinking.
name all of the really good MMOs on console.
I mean, yeah. I know World of War, that Blizzard wanted to at some point. They were saying that it'd be good if they could, but it might not work.
Well, I mean, then you have to. There's one of two things. Either you integrate both platforms into one cohesive player base, in which case it's going to play better on one than the other, and players on the worse of the two experiences are going to be handicapped, or you
Yeah.
have to create a separate environment for console players, and then what's the point of bringing a big MMO over if you're not going to be included in that big player base? So it seems like it would be almost impossible to do that and pull it off successfully. Oh, Sean
Yeah.
Britt says ESO is on console. Sean,
Yeah,
how
it's true.
Sean, how is the ESO experience on console compared to PC? Can they integrate the two player bases, and does one have a much better experience than the other? Maybe it proves that I'm wrong. I'd be
Oh,
happy
Ed,
to
I know
admit
you
it.
give,
Yeah,
I know you care, but Overwatch will be cross-platform soon.
I love Overwatch.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't love Overwatch.
I tried Neverwinter on the MMO on console, hot garbage, and
Yeah.
then tried Black Desert, less hot garbage because it was like the attacking was cool, but like I didn't understand, and the fact that like you're on a multi-button controller, but there's still not enough buttons.
What
So
Yeah.
news do you bring, traveler?
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes I wonder if we need more keys on our keyboards for Lotro. How you're supposed to do Lotro on a controller, I can't even imagine. But yeah, if ESO's awesome on console, that would be news to me. Lord Smooches mentions Final Fantasy 14. In my mind, the Final Fantasy games have mostly been designed as console games ported to PC, haven't they?
yeah,
Am I more correct or not correct on
yeah, I
that?
think some of them. Yeah, there's a couple MMOs though, and thrown in there somewhere.
Yeah, and admittedly, I haven't played the Final Fantasies, and the only ESO I've played has been on PC. I haven't played it on console, so I have no idea what that experience is like. I'm just speaking historically. MMOs on console, if they've been attempted, have not turned out. There's some things that don't translate to console well.
Oh yeah,
MMORPGs,
that's one of them. Yeah,
real-time strategy on console, not usually a good
it's hard.
experience.
That's
Yeah.
hard. Yeah, that's hard.
So if you like StarCraft or StarCraft 2, I think they did a Nintendo 64 version of StarCraft.
StarCraft 64.
Yeah, there you go.
They put Lord of the Rings: Battle for Middle Earth, a strategy game, on 360. I bought it. I mean, it plays. It's the same game. It's just really hard to
Okay. So Sean's confirming that they don't have the same player base. The
Yeah.
PC is bigger, but the console still has a good community. I've played it on
Oh,
console, and it's still pretty fun. That's
oh, I'm
cool.
sure
If
it's
they
huge.
manage to pull that off, that's highly successful. So that's good to hear. There have been
Console.
Diablo on console. I think I
I have
remember
that.
that being.
Yeah.
How was that? I don't remember that being particularly good either.
What, Diablo 3?
Any of the Diablos on console.
Oh, Diablo 3 is fantastic.
Okay,
Yeah, I have that. I have the
there you go.
Eternal
What do I know?
Collection on PS3.
Now, there were good RPGs on console, obviously. Yeah, I remember playing one called Silver on the Dreamcast that I thought was really cool. The Wise games that were on the TurboGrafx 16. The full Final Fantasy series on Nintendo and Super Nintendo. The Zelda games, lots of good stuff. But doing wide-scale MMOs on a console, that's
That's hard.
trickier. And if ESO's managed to do it successfully, that's pretty remarkable. I haven't seen a lot of other examples of that working well. But so there's the problem. If Lotro were to do what ESO did, they'd have to develop the game on consoles and then probably have separate console-only servers. And then you're talking about adding infrastructure, which, if it goes off well, is probably well worth it. They could make a lot of money. But if it's not successful, if it's a B plus or higher, they can make a lot of money. If it comes out with C plus, it could still be good. It could still sell, but at the end of the day, it could be successful and still not be worth the time and money and infrastructure costs to do it. And I think that's the danger with a move like that. If you're a smaller studio like Standing Stone Games, risking that proposition with what resources and personnel you have available, that sounds like a big roll of the dice. If their publisher were to do it, they would probably have another development house try to create a version on console, and it'd basically be two separate games. That would be how I would imagine it could happen, but I don't know that we'll see it. ESO is also getting added to PS5 and Xbox.
Yeah,
There
I'm
you
assuming
go.
they're just going to do it. They'll just do a patch for next generation.
The nice thing about Final Fantasy XIV is the console players and PC players play together. Awesome. Well, and if the game started out as console focused, that's probably easier to do that way. Um, so it's tricky. But yeah, Standing Stone is just full speed ahead. It sounds like they've got a lot of cool stuff coming up for us.
So,
Um, I've
so
heard
for
that
our
the new area that they added the other day for Blood of Azog is hella hard. I haven't been out there myself. Hard Hit was talking about it with young Sean and in chat the other day, and apparently they went out there just to get the raid, and apparently it's not easy. So if you're looking for a challenge, folks, Blood of Azog sounds like it's going to be your cup of tea.
so our ESO discussion, the population is like school concert versus Iron Maiden concert.
Oh, okay.
Console, less people, not as many cheaters, less guilds, not huge. For Discord and easy to farm, and then PC, there's more. I still think it'd be fine though. I think if you wanted to play that game on either Xbox or PlayStation, you'd have zero issues getting into a game.
Hmm.
Number 7 for tracked player population. So
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, that's good to
18
hear.
million people play. Shit. Shiitake mushrooms. Haha.
There you go. Look
1
at you
million
learning to
players
behave.
per day this month. Wow.
Cool.
I've never given it a try, but perhaps at some point.
Yeah, and if I'd have thought about it, I could have guessed ESO was out on console, but I just haven't heard a lot about it. Well, it's good that
You're
they
also
pulled it
not
off.
playing console. Haha.
Well, that's also true. But anyway, so that's why I'm too cheap to buy a $900 video card. Hopefully
I
that
mean, as
wraps
long
all
as
that
yours
up in a
does what it
bow.
needs to, who cares, right? It looks nice and it's appeasing to your eye.
Yeah, I ended up getting a pretty good deal, all things considered. I'm told I could yank that thing out and sell it for $1,200 right now, but I wouldn't have anything to stick in to replace it. So Although I could just yank the RX 560 out of Mrs. Mustafa's computer for the meantime and tell her computer's broken.
Honey, I don't know what happened to it.
I don't know why it's not turning on, sweetie. I'll have to take a look at it sometime. What's funny about that is Mrs. Mustafa doesn't game at all, so her RX 560 is kind of overkill. But they're coming out with that Fidelity Super Resolution for AMD, and her card is going to be able to use that. So her RX 560 might actually get reborn as a usable gaming card at 1080p. It'll be kind of fun to play with that when it comes out and see what it'll do. Black and Beak. I don't really want to collect those anyway. I'm mostly just trying to dig out pack space before I head back into Osgiliath at this point. More hatchets. Guess we could do our task item turn-ins while I'm here by the board. Yay for task item turn-in. Yep. So we'll just try them all. What were you saying about doo-doo?
I don't know. Final Fantasy is console players and PC players can play together. That's how it should be on every video game, in my opinion, at this point.
Canna says, I'm taking donations for the $1,000 video card. All right, Canna.
I got a bunch of Monopoly money with your name on it.
I will pledge 85% of all of my OnlyFans income to you for your video card purchase. So whatever Hard Hit spends, I'll give you 85 cents of every dollar.
Well, Lamar Odom just knocked out Aaron Carter. Remember who that is?
Wasn't he in a boy band?
Yeah, he was like a boy singer. And they had a celebrity boxing match, and he got knocked. He's got his butt knocked out.
That's easy to believe.
Oh, and they hugged it out. Oh, they all made money.
Okay, so let's clear these tasks that I couldn't complete. I did not have enough stuff yet. Yeah, we'll head back out here. Canna, if your family found out that you had a $1,000 video card, they'd all just want to borrow money from you. You're better off without one. You'd have cousins showing up you didn't even know you were related to looking for a handout.
Here's you got a nice graphics card, boy. Like, nah, you can't prove that.
Chat's been really quiet. I think we need to talk about food more.
All about computer parts.
Still no sign of the gaming console that keeps your chicken warm. Still hope KFC comes through on that. Oh, the Atari VCS is finally going to go on sale to the public later this month.
I think it'd be a good emulation console, but it's absurd they're asking $30+ for Atari games.
Well, it came with 100+ games included. You can add a solid state drive to it. You can install Windows if you want.
Yeah,
Run
if you can
Linux on it.
emulate, yeah, you could, if you can run like, I don't know how powerful it is, but if you can run up to like the Wii and the Wii U on that, I think it's a powerhouse. Run some Dreamcast on that.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of day one, the first Japanese citizen to buy a Dreamcast when it came out.
Nice.
And someone put it, and they said you could still hear his virginity. I was like, that's mean.
That's harsh.
It looked really nice. I was like, yo, I wish I could have been there. That's probably history right there. There's ways, man. There's
My
with everything you can
Dreamcast
do
is
now with
still out in
hacking
the
and stuff.
garage, yeah.
If with hacking and modding, you can get online on a Dreamcast still. Play it like it was meant to be played.
Yeah, I know the modem was built in. I don't remember if I ever got online with that at all. I think I did just to play with the browser and see what it could do, and it couldn't do much back in the day. Um, use your crowd control, Ed. There we go. So that still drew another warrior. Well, let's get the sorcerer killed. Holy cow, this warrior is smacking me down.
Marking it down.
There's the big stun. This is where I was having trouble before, too. Alright. So we got past those guys. But for those who are wondering, why does Ed think Nick needs to replace his CPU, motherboard, and RAM? He is running a FX 6300?
I don't know, probably.
Yeah. Which is not a terrible chip. It'll still get it done.
What kind of camera does Mrs. M have?
She has several models of Canon SLR.
Yeah, Nate just got a Canon EOS something. Came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, she's
He's
got
pretty-
like a D7 and a 70D. She's got whichever one of those is cheaper. She has two of, and the more expensive one she has one of. And she's gone through a bunch of them over the years. But she'll take a couple of camera bodies with her and have different lenses on them, so she doesn't have to switch lenses in the middle of the shoot. Just grab whichever body has the right lens on it and shoot with it.
She bought well. I don't know. Nate seems like he's having fun with it, and it's like he's moving in 2 weeks, and he's super nervous about it. And I'm like, dude, you're fine.
You should be nervous. It's expensive living on your own.
Well, they can afford the rent, and he lives right behind his work, so he doesn't even need to drive. So
How many roommates?
it's just him and his buddy. It's 1,500 a month, 2 bed, 2 bath.
The real test is going to be, can his buddy afford the rent, and is his buddy going to stick it out or go home when he doesn't have any money?
His buddy actually works 2 jobs. It'd be more or less Nate who would be the one who wouldn't hold out. But I think they'll be fine. It's just they need to get there, and then it's just going to be having my mom not living right there with him. I'm wondering how that'll affect him too. He'll be all right though. And then my buddy, him and his friend are getting an apartment too, and he can't afford it either. So I was like, what is with you 23, 4-year, 5, 6-year olds going into these fully like community apartments and expecting to like live luxuriously. I'm like, yo, you're gonna eat ramen for 3, 4 meals like a week. Like, shut up.
I'm moving tomorrow morning into a townhouse with my girlfriend and my older sister. That
Well,
sounds like an
hopefully,
adventure.
I hope that journey goes well and
Yeah.
move goes fast and you can sit down very quickly because I know moving sucks.
Yeah, my nephew's 19 and he had a pretty sweet setup where he was living rent free and he's like, "Yeah, my buddy Gage wants us to get our own apartment and it'll be really cool." And it's like, "Yeah, it's not going to be really cool." And generally,
Okay.
anytime you have a friend you become roommates with, when you're no
Oh,
longer roommates, you will also no longer be friends.
yep.
And
I told
you're
my friend that, and they're like, "Nah, it's like maybe we just won't live together." I'm like, "You guys," they're like, "We wanted a 6 month lease, and the place wouldn't let us do that." I was like, "No place is gonna want you to live there for 6 months."
yeah.
They're gonna want like at least a year, and like my buddy Alex literally can barely afford to live there. This kid Chris, his parents offered to renovate a whole basement to keep him at home, and I'm like, "Yo, I would have stayed at home, bro, for real."
And you have.
Yes, mine's not by choice though.
Gary,
True enough.
we're friends.
You and me?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Huh?
But you said the only way I get out of here is feet first, so. We're all expecting you to make good on that promise soon, honey.
Just hoping that yeah, we want Ed dead, damn it.
She's kind of torn because she hates me, but at the same time, she needs me to open jars for her, so. It's kind of a détente
Yeah, I see.
situation
The
here.
problem here. Wait 30 years and then she can have some other people do it for her. That you don't need you for that.
Yep. There we go. Anybody left any sandwiches in the backpack here?
Oh, I had a wicked good sandwich from a sandwich place the other night. It's called the Vermont or whatever, Vermonter or whatever it's called. It had like Vermont cheddar jack cheese, bacon, lettuce, tomato, chicken. Oh my god, it was so good. I was like, yo, I wish I could eat this every day.
Sounds pretty good.
Better than buffalo chicken. That has nothing to it. I realize why my stomach hurts every time I eat it. Minus the fact that it's, spicy as hell.
Lord of the Rings heroine checking in. Hello.
That's what we should do. All of us, me, you, whoever, we all pitch in money and we go to see the Shire and stuff.
Sure. That sounds like
Me
it
and
wouldn't be an expensive trip.
Oh, me and Gore looked at it. It would be, but I feel like if you got like 8 to 10 people, though, probably doable. They got like a whole Lotro squad going, except
I'm
Gipio.
using my Apex skills to hide from this archer.
Good job. Line of sight. Ha ha ha.
He's trying to bow check me. He's going to do it too if I don't
Is this
flop.
an actual player? No.
I managed to flop. No, it's some Easterling dude. But I got tore up by his buddies, so I've been trying to heal and I just couldn't gain on him.
You'd understand this maybe. So do consoles have a bandwidth max? Like what they are allowed to take in and take out and put out?
Well, it's going to be hardware limited by the
Yeah.
network card, regardless
That
of whether
too.
it's PC or.
I mean, I am on
console.
Wi-Fi right now, but I'm like, dude, and then I was
Yeah.
just telling Nate, I was like, yeah, it hovers around like 2 or 3, some like megabits sometimes. Like if it gets really high, and he's just like, yeah, it just doesn't max a certain point for the Xbox itself. It just doesn't go over like 3 or whatever. When like on like whatever on PC, I can get whatever.
Well, your PC, and you have to remember megabits is basically 1/10 of megabytes. So
Oh yeah,
if you're downloading it
800
at 100
megabits per
megabits
second.
per second, you're getting about 10 megabytes per second download speed.
So 80 megabytes per second. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, but you know the
Gigabits what 10?
Gigabit would be
Or 100, I mean.
100 megabytes per second. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm around there usually. That's technically what my dad pays for.
But the current generation of console might have gigabit Ethernet built in. I guess the
Oh, I'm sure it does.
last generation probably did too. Gigabit Ethernet's been pretty inexpensive for a long time. But that was always the
20.
problem with the consoles is they would set the specs, 2 years
Yeah.
before the console launched, and
Yeah,
they wouldn't
then it'd
even
be outdated. Yeah.
they wouldn't even be current at launch, and then they would only get worse and worse as the console aged. Because like
My buddy
I
is
can
having the
promise you
issue.
that 56K modem in the Dreamcast
Yeah.
was definitely low spec at launch, and by the time the Dreamcast got wrapped up, it was completely useless.
Like Fantasy Star or something used it.
Yeah.
Where was I going with it? Oh, like so my buddy's got the base model PS4 and I had the base model Xbox One, the one that looked like a giant VCR. Yeah, those things struggle now. Like some games you can hear how like bad like they go. His PS4, like just playing Fallout, like it struggles. It's like the console from the 360 to the Xbox One, it wasn't a huge leap compared to now, where the Xbox One to the Xbox Series X or whatever it is. It's a huge leap. And I do, as you were talking about the Xbox Series S earlier, I think it is a fantastic idea that they came out with a like quote unquote budget system. It's just it's like 7 teraflops or whatever less. So it's not, and I don't think it does it output in 4K. I think it outputs video in 4K like Netflix and stuff, but I don't think it does anything else in 4K.
Well, I can promise you that gaming at 4K is going to be rough for a lot of titles, even
Yeah.
on the higher end consoles.
And then like the Series X, the only reason I'd get that is because of the disc slot that you would need to take advantage of any disc games that you have from like any prior generations.
Well, the extra processing power, I think it's got more storage too.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's a PC tower. It's a little like it's a little PC tower. Like it's like a mini fridge. Like I like it though. Like I would love to get one, but unfortunately, like the PlayStation, it'll be quite a while before those are just readily like sitting on shelves for a while.
God bless it. I'm just having a hard time picking my way through Osgiliath.
Are
Getting
you above level?
outmatched. No, yeah, I'm on level.
That's, you ever heard
Osgiliath
of-
is just lousy thick with bad guys, and I'm just.
You ever heard of the PS Vita?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get my hands on right now. Either that or a Switch, but for cheap. But the Vita, I can basically has everything I want from the PSP, but it actually has the second stick.
Why don't they shut
Which-
the servers off, or did they back out of that?
They
People
backed
were
out of it.
complaining.
What was it, a couple months ago when they made that announcement? The original plan was PS3 online store, PS Vita online store, and PSP online store, which I was surprised was even still alive at that point. And then the PS Vita is still an indie darling for a lot of companies, so they're keeping that going, and they're keeping the PS3 one open, but they're closing the PSP store in July. And then it basically was just a big warning to people that they will be shutting them down at some point. Like it won't last forever, which is the problem with digital media.
Yep. Mrs. Mustafa seems to be a little gassy tonight.
Ask Mrs. M if when she takes photos and she goes
All
out
I
and takes
had
like
was,
photos,
like-
if it helps her relax.
Some iced tea.
I don't think she finds it as relaxing as she does fun. She seems to really enjoy the social interaction of going out and taking pictures for people.
Oh,
I think that's
she's going like
she gets
she's
a more
going, like-
active derivement from it.
no nature photos or anything.
No, it's usually people.
Makes sense.
SKDX Killer was asking me which models of camera you have, honey. I said D7 and 70D.
Wrong.
I know. I'm wrong about everything, sweetie. That's why I need you so desperately.
I'll tell you which one you got. Hold on.
So which cannons do you have?
I have the D60 and the D5.
A D5 and a D60. Okay.
And a Sony.
Oh, and the Sony. The Sony's not an SLR, is it?
No, but it's pretty good.
It's point and shoot, yeah.
Definitely not that one. Probably not that one. Yeah, the one that Nate got was like $500. And it came with a few lenses, like a little kit or whatever, and he took some really nice pictures, and he's like, it's relaxing. It's like the excuse I gave my dad when he's like, why did he buy a $500 camera he can't afford? I'm like, it's gonna relax him. And he's like, oh. I was like, well, avoided getting yelled at for something I had no control over there. And then my mom will be visiting next month.
That's super fun.
Nope, because because now her and her boyfriend will be living together now because she sold her house. So I'm like, yay. So no more like alone time with my mother is what you're talking about. I'm just going to have Doug everywhere. Doug, you maybe give me $100 per time I see you.
Huh?
What?
Where's Zinger?
Zinger's computer's broken.
You miss him dearly.
I think we've established that.
Zinger, we're sorry.
Does Zinger hate you?
No, Zinger doesn't hate me. His computer's broken, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm. What kind of character are you supposed to be?
I am a female elf minstrel.
Oh, I was wondering why you look kind of...
Awesome.
What, hot?
No. Mm. Mm.
I want to start at level 13 or...
Oh, the other big news, they were talking about a couple of more legendary servers they're coming out with.
In Lotro?
Yeah, Shadowfax and something else. I'm telling you, you got to go back and watch Court of the Rings from earlier today. There's just all kinds
They
of
just shut
stuff
one
on there.
down. What was the reason for? Oh,
Because they're doing other stuff. Yeah, no, it's...
Well, good. I don't know how Lotro survived this long, to be completely honest with you. As far as like, I thought when I quit it back in like 2012, that when I came back a year later, that it was gonna be like dead, but it wasn't. So.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works. It's like, I want to go play different games, so this game must be completely dead, and everybody else must feel the exact same way.
When I came back, Brandywine was the Russian server,
Yeah.
and then Arkenstone said people said go there, and then I'd say since Twitch came about and Lotro started getting whatchamacallit, like broadcasted, I'd say that it probably went up in popularity.
Hopefully. That was the idea.
That is our job as fellow Lotroers. Oh, dude, I have all of Skyrim to walk through. Oh boy. All right.
Well, it's like when I quit playing Asheron's Call, it went on for years and years and years, and it turned out they didn't even need me. They did
The
fine
game can
without
survive
me.
without Ed? What the heck?
Exactly. But at the time I left Asheron's Call, one of the big reasons was all of my friends had left. Our kinship had wandered off, and our allegiance, and I just spent a lot of time wandering around doing daily repeatables just for the sake of leveling, and it had just become kind of pointless and not that fun. It is the people that you play MMOs with that make the MMO fun. The actual game itself is kind of secondary in that regard. Now, Lotro is strong in that it's a great MMO with a great community, but if you haven't made any friends yet and you're just playing alone, it's still an engaging game to play solo.
Oh yeah, it's like kind of made that way.
That's
I feel
pretty
like
exceptional. You know, I was really excited about World of Warcraft at launch. Liked the Warcraft games, was very excited that they were doing an MMO. And when I bought it and played it, there wasn't anything particularly original or creative about it at the time of launch. And you got forced into grouping very early. And
Yeah, their
yeah,
whole rating system's that way. Yeah.
well, and I've been told that it improved quite a bit after launch. But my gaming experience after about 10 days into retail was it's like, okay, for every hour you're on WoW, you spend 20 minutes looking for a group, you get a group put together, you go play, and then after 10 or 15 minutes, somebody's got to go to dinner, or somebody's got to head to work, or somebody's mom wants them to go do something, and you'd lose 2 or 3 players out of your group, and then you'd have to start all over trying to regroup. So you'd maybe spend 15 or 20 minutes an hour actually playing. And it was just like so tedious. Lotro's ability to play solo has definitely been a benefit in my estimation. I think there are a lot of gamers out there who don't do group content, who just like to kind of do their own thing. And in that regard, Lotro is a massive multiplayer game that you can play solo if you prefer. Or if you don't want to take the time to group up, or you just don't know anybody. So I think from that standpoint, the ease of introduction into the game is better because it's not all group up, join a kin, go do raids right away. That's stuff that all can come later.
I don't know what I wanna.
Val says, I am about to pass out, but hello, Ed in chat. Sir Waffles says, inconceivable. Hello, Sir
Oh,
Waffles, and hello, Val.
why is this orc attacking me? Back, orc!
Alright, I've almost gotten back to the original spot where I died finally. It's all coming together.
I'll take free stuff. Let's go. Mrs. M just chilling.
Yeah, she's sitting here wanting me to rub her back, not realizing that I'm in Osgiliath and can't.
Yeah. Honey, I can't. I scared the ass.
I'm beset on all sides by the enemy of the free peoples, honey. I have to have both hands free.
Yeah, without Ed, there is no freedom. Oh, how was that so? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Assassinated that guy. You ever played any of the Assassin's Creed games?
One of them, I got one of them for free on Uplay,
Yep.
and it wasn't particularly good.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple bad ones. I killed the man, and he didn't even have any like loot on him. Like, what good was that?
Yeah, so what else can we talk about? Did you see the Battlefield 2042 trailer?
Nope. But I know I sent it to All Up, and All Up's like, "Oh, I loved it," or whatever. I was like, "Oh, I bet you did."
Yeah, it must just be a Battlefield thing. I thought some of the stuff that was in the video was laugh out loud stupid.
Well, I don't get why we're gonna. Call of Duty suffered from going into the future. I don't know why we would do that, but
Well, Battlefield's done it before, and people apparently liked it. I was watching Jay's 2 cents on uh, YouTube today. Apparently, he started his channel talking about Battlefield and stuff. He's a
yeah.
big Battlefield fan, and he was like, I thought Battlefield 1 was stupid. It was going back too far. And it's like, really? I thought that was actually a cool idea. There aren't a lot of World War One
You don't like,
themed
yeah, you don't
video
like
games.
World War One? What is wrong with you?
Yeah. I don't even know if this is
Sorry,
the spot I need to be going. Looking for the baths or the gardens or the bath gardens or someplace around here I need to get to, and I don't remember exactly where. I think I have to clear out this whole camp in front of me, and that's a whole lot of aggro. So I can go back and cut through from the side, maybe?
It is crazy what they did to split Skyrim, though.
No, I can't really get through. I've got to go around. Maybe this is it over here. These rangers are all tucked into quiet little areas, but the areas that are quiet, this is the spot I'm looking for, Houses of Healing.
See the Lord of the Rings animated series that they our movie they announced.
That was mentioned today on Cordovan's stream too. And I didn't catch a whole lot of the details. I was trying to listen while I was working at the same time, so I kept kind of getting distracted. But yeah, it was... in fact, when I'm done tonight, I may go ahead and just replay Cord's video for people to watch. They just dropped a ton of stuff.
Big day in the community of the world.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's a good game. If this game can survive 20 years, that's amazing.
Well, 14 plus.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Asheron's Call made it 17, I think.
When they shut down.
Right after the Standing Stone game split. I actually streamed it a few times right before they shut the servers off, yeah. I was pretty bummed about it, but I guess there were people who were
Wasn't the whole thing with Turbine was they wanted to do phone games and the Lotro people were like, nah.
Yeah, the Warner Brothers, yeah, they wanted to go chase money a different direction, which, you know...
Which is fine, but...
Yeah, it's like why they thought an MMO development house would be good at making mobile games in the first place. I mean, it's a different skill set, it's a different design set, it's a whole different ecosystem. Probably better off for everybody that they didn't try it, because if they had, then some of our favorite game developers, yeah, Lotro would be gone, and a lot of the people who worked on Lotro probably would have been let go when the mobile games failed. For every wildly successful cash-grabbing mobile game, there's probably 100 turds that just sit with nobody playing them. I've never found a phone game that's been anything I'd want to spend more than a minute and a half playing.
Clash Royale's okay, but like I've never spent money on it though, so.
Yeah, my nephew used to play something called Vainglory that he was just like, oh yeah, it's a really good game. Like, really? So good I've never heard of it?
Phone games aren't my thing.
Yeah. Sir Waffle says Diablo Immortal looks like it might be worth it.
Is that that's the one that's on the phone, right?
Apparently, since we're talking games.
I remember how pissed people were when that came out. But everyone's got phones, right? What? They all want Diablo 4 instead.
I've got a dishwasher too. How come nobody's making games for my dishwasher? Oh, because there's no good user interface.
Skyrim will probably play on your dishwasher.
Probably.
Plays on Samsung fridges.
That's pretty cool.
Don't know why you would want to play Skyrim on your fridge,
Yeah,
but
and that's the big part of phone games too. It's like, what are you gonna play on a touch control? I know you can get a Bluetooth controller for your phone, but how bored do you have to be? I think I've got everything out of here I need. Skyrim Very Special Edition.
yeah. Multiple release edition.
Every time I grab a Coke Zero out of my fridge, I level up.
Yeah.
I'd be level 10 million. That would be awesome.
And it's like I'd already be a winner.
Ithilien is crawling
Can
with
I
foes.
set?
Ithilien is crawling with foes.
Search for the Dome of Stars. New deed, Quests of Osgiliath.
Die! Come on, orc. Fight me. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, hey.
How do I not have enough room to pick up another spear? That seems highly unlikely.
Surprised EverQuest is still going on.
Yeah, but most of the games that have officially folded up still live on. I know Shadowbane and Dark
Star
Age
Wars
of
Galaxies.
Camelot. Yeah, Star Wars Galaxies is another example.
I'm trying to get into that. I know I'm not gonna like it very much though.
It's tough. I mean,
Yeah, it's a harder game. That's a very I've seen it. I'm like, yeah, it's not for me, but I want to at least experience it. Like, say I saw it and played a little bit of it, just to be like, wow.
well, when you've played something newer and more spectacular, it's hard to appreciate an old game out of context.
Yeah.
You know, even looking at Asheron's Call after I'd been away from it for 7 or 8 years, it was like, oh, this thing looks pretty rough. You know, back in the day it was fantastic, but after I'd been off playing newer stuff, then not so much anymore.
I have ray tracing now, damn it.
Yeah.
If
So-
only young Ed knew that how big computers would end up becoming.
Oh, I knew.
That they literally run our society. Alright. Where am I headed? Snap Leg Cave. Sounds promising. Hope it actually rains tomorrow, though. That'd be nice.
This is not the bridge I need.
A bridge of Khazad-dûm!
I'm just trying to get to the Dome of Stars at the moment.
Oh.
There it is. It's to my left. I've mentioned it before, but I think it's the two towers where
Yeah.
Frodo and Sam run into Faramir for the first time.
Yeah.
There's a flyover scene where there's a Nazgul flying over Osgiliath,
Yep.
and it was added to the game years and years and years later, and it's really amazing how faithful that scene in the movie is compared to the recreation of Osgiliath in game. It's like, wow, that looks just like the game setting. And of course, hopefully the developers copied the game from the movie to make everything kind of sync up. But that was kind of a cool moment to be like, I have run through there before and gotten killed by Easterlings numerous times tonight. Just a lot of aggro.
Will not kill me, mage. Do you know like the race of like what is it like wizards that Gandalf is a part of, the Athari or whatever they're called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how come we don't see the other two?
It's been talked about. There's supposed to be a red mage and two blue
Yeah,
mages.
yeah. Then you got like
Radagast the
Radagast,
brown, Gandalf the
Gandalf,
gray, then later Gandalf the white.
and Saruman.
And Saruman the many-colored. Of the
Saruman,
Dome of Stars.
you do not want to hurt me.
The Istari. Thank you, Sir Waffles.
Ow!
Search for the Lost Ranger inside the Dome of Stars.
Oh, that's dumb.
This is not a good place to get lost in.
All right, we're not gonna stay in here. Come on, Lydia, let's go back out to Skyrim. All right, let's go back to Whiterun.
Ranger's body is battered and contorted as if he were dropped from a great height.
What'd you do to him, Ed?
Down from a dome? Not too much. I gotta go back and talk to that same ranger again. How loud is Mrs. M's video?
If she dialed it down like 1 or 2, you'd probably be good. Not terrible. When there's louder scenes, you can hear it pretty distinctly, though.
I might just have to wait for her to doze off and then sneak over and shut it off.
Your computer's in your bedroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can see how that would be a pain. I'm trying to watch TV. I'm trying to stream. Well, meh.
Well, the whole point was to give her the living room all to herself so she can watch TV. She likes
Come on,
to lay
Mrs. M.
down and watch videos in bed, so...
The heck is this? I don't have any money, do I? Oh wait. Oh, she has tons of money. What the heck? Here, take all the stuff I can't use.
Did you get a Pulu Felgar to mail you 800 gold pieces for no reason?
Nope.
So what
Did
I
you?
did on
Oh,
Evernight. Yeah, I just said it jokingly, and a Pulu did it.
Java
Like, yeah, if you
Pulu.
guys ever need anything, just let me know. I'm like, I could use about 800 gold pieces. So he actually sent me 800 gold pieces.
Nice. I do the main quest line. No. Alright. Oh, I guess I did. Little snot-nosed brat in Skyrim's talking bad to me.
Mouthy kid?
Now the kid can't do nothing to him.
Yeah, that's the
Can't.
problem. You punch a kid square in the face, it turns out people think you're the bad guy. It's not right.
We must protect Gondor at all cost.
There's some person in this game who, with a kill mod, has killed every living thing almost. I'm like, that's insane. All right, I don't know how you would do that, but what do I want to do? I have to do a quest so I can get stronger stuff. Uh, it's all stinky. All right, so do that one. Do. They need more Lord of the Rings video games that aren't Shadow of Mordor.
That's another game I bought and hardly touched.
First one was good.
That's the one I have.
Yeah, I liked it. It's very Assassin's Creedy though.
Yeah.
Second one's like 130 gigs, and I'm like always like, yeah, I can't. No, absolutely not.
You just object to big bloated video games?
I don't have the room for it. Oh, were you getting dragon attacked already? Come on, man. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, storage upgrades are a happy thing too. Do you have a solid state disk drive?
Yeah, I just need more space.
I bought
I
an
bought
8 terabyte Seagate drive for $150. That was a smart buy.
That's what Nate said. He's like, yeah, just get like an 8 terabyte normal.
Yeah. It's not
It's
fast, but just for storing games, it doesn't really need to be.
The heck is attack?
I mean, it'd be nice to have all solid state storage, but not at,
Yeah.
You can't even buy 2 terabytes of solid state drive for what I paid for that 8 terabyte platter drive. And I've got an NVMe boot drive, so.
I just need more space, that's all.
Yeah.
Then I kind of would like to get like a small PC for emulating old console stuff, and then just have that as its own separate thing rather than have that on my current build. Save space that way too. I am Spider Killer.
Well, any of the AMD APUs should do that pretty well.
Raspberry Pi does that pretty well. Murdering these dudes.
Lavish chest. Quanta Nomad asks, how long does it take to hit 130? Big Hot Nut says, yo, what's up, Big Ed? Hello, Big Hot Nut. Quanta Nomad, it doesn't take long. I have one character that I got from level 1 to level 39 in 12 hours. If you want to level fast, it can be done pretty easily. Not what Lotro's about. Lotro is a journey and not a destination. Not to sound overly cliched about it, but if you're playing the game to try to get to level cap as fast as you can, you're kind of missing the point. And
The
frankly,
story behind it.
I don't think Lotro's strengths are at level cap. There's so much rich storytelling and so much content to enjoy going through, and so much to explore and see. It would be a shame if you just rushed to level cap. Um, I have more fun at mid-level content than I probably do on the high-end stuff.
I've heard people say that.
Well, you've probably heard me say it before.
That too.
Since I'm an old guy and I tend to repeat myself a lot anyway.
That Gramps?
Yep. Back in my day, we took our time leveling and we liked it. All we had for breakfast was oatmeal. We didn't have any of these sugar corn
I
pops.
liked it. Oh, I loved oatmeal. My
There
dad
you
would
go.
make oatmeal sometimes.
Well, you'll be a
God,
good
sticks
old
to your
guy.
ribs.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean it sticks to my ribs? That's nasty.
But there used to be, I don't know if Feckless is streaming much Lotro anymore, but
Seen your stream in general.
yeah, one of the streamers used to do speed runs where she'd basically take a brand new character and get it to max level, and I think typically she'd have it done within a week.
Wow. Yeah, I've never had enjoyment out of rushing a character. Personally.
Well, and it's, the beautiful part about Lotro is you can play it your way. If that's what you want to do, you certainly can do it. There's no reason why you couldn't. But, some people want to get to max level so they can do high-level raid content. Some people want to do player versus monster player, and you need to be at max level for that. You're going to do it as a freak. So, yeah, if that's what you want to do, then I guess the answer to the question is a week. It's the fastest I've ever heard it being done. So if you figure out how to do it faster than a week, let us know. I know you can buy different blessings of the Valar. I've never done it, so I don't know what all the different ones are. But you can take a character from level 1 to level 100 plus basically instantly.
They're literally called a rock splitter.
Just don't
No,
go out to East
why?
Angmar if you build your character that way.
Anything in this little city that I have to do. I'm gonna winter hold. Ew.
That was probably closer than it needed to be. Somewhere there's a ranger hiding up here. There he is.
I only
Lost
trust
but
my
not
fellow
forgotten.
rangers. What news have you?
Free imprisoned rangers. This is going to suck because I have to fight a lot of half trolls. 1 half troll is dangerous. 2 half trolls is deadly. I have to be very smart about this. And I am not a smart man. I'm just a helpless little minstrel. Please don't hurt me.
What's Mrs. M watching?
I don't know.
Scooby-Doo.
She looks like she's about zonked out. Maybe I should sneak over and shut it off.
She'll stir.
No. She'll probably black out for a few hours. Let's see if we can silence the tablet. Be very quiet. Chair stream hype.
Hype the chair. Right. I don't think there's anything I can do.
She actually did start to stir, so I snuck over and just turned the volume down to about half.
Will. Can't do any of it. I hate being so bare bones in Bethesda games in the beginning, though.
I kind of like it.
I hate it, man. I'm like, give me fucking, oh, bad word. Give me quests and give me stuff to like do stuff. Like, I just hate like, I'm cool with like searching and some quests just finding you on their own, but I hate like knowing that there's stuff that I've missed, and it's like, oh, you have to go out and find it. It's like, why? Like, just tell the quest to come to me. Soundtrack for Skyrim, that was fire. Don't know what you're missing, Ed.
I'm not missing it. I have the game. I've played it.
I've played it, I just don't want to play
I
it.
know exactly what I'm missing.
Your sanity.
I'm dead. I'm gonna have to flop again. Why did the flop not take? Seriously? I don't know what to do now.
So it's 6 a.m. game.
Oh, now I've got 2 half trolls on me. Yeah, I'm dead. Ah! This is aggravating.
What am I doing this?
Apparently the half trolls were beating me so hard that when I tried to flop, I got launched and it broke the flop.
Oh.
I don't know what happened for sure. For some reason I shook the Morgul captain, but not the half troll. And then another half troll respawned and started wailing on me. Well, that's like my 3rd death tonight. I'm really taking a beating. Lord of the Rings Heroine says the blessing skill is not cheap to buy for level 95. There you go, Quanta.
Let me get up the hill.
I think 3's right. If I died more than 3 times, Nick.
Yeah, I think at least 3. Probably 4 at least.
Yeah, it might be 4. I went with 3.
Rolls are no joke.
Well, the problem is I can't break their inductions, I can't fear them, I can't stun them. There's nothing I can do except let them wail on me, so if I get 2 of them on me, I just can't tank them.
Oh, not this lady, no.
Maybe I'm due for a shield upgrade, and that's my problem. I'm carrying a... I don't know how current that shield is. Westfold Vibrant Shield? Maybe I should craft myself a new shield.
My companion did nothing to help me here. Useless. Wow, this is totally worth walking the whole length of this place to find nothing here. Oh, a chest. Yeah, I heard Morrowind was good, so I was like, hey, I probably won't get like serious into it, but I wouldn't mind like checking out what came before Oblivion.
I think I have Morrowind on the original Xbox. I think that's sitting out on the shelf.
Yep, they did some advancements with the Xbox backwards compatibility and made it look a little nicer. Probably just updated the textures, that's all. It was literally a gig. I was like, oh boy. But apparently Morrowind is actually like the landmass is bigger than Oblivion, which I also play.
That might have been one of the most popular of the early games, too.
Yeah, good old Xbox. I love the original Xbox. Why that didn't come with just automatic DVD playback? You had to buy this little dongle. I don't know, but stupid. That's why the PlayStation sold so well.
Well, who do you think owns the rights to the DVD format?
I thought they
Sony.
owned Blu-ray. I think they own Blu-ray,
Yeah, they definitely own Blu-ray. But
but
I think
like they like
Sony at least owns a piece of the DVD licensing
it
structure
was
too.
it yeah it was like capable of like doing it, but you needed to buy the dongle for to unlock the ability to do it,
Yeah.
which I thought was wicked stupid.
Well, but I mean that was just a way to make the customers
Yeah.
pay for the licensing for
I mean,
DVD
I like
playback.
personally dig the Xbox more than the PlayStation, though they complement each other very well with their exclusive games.
We'll call it Death Count 5.
But I would like the Dreamcast. That's some decent.
You know what? Let's do something different. Let me check my armor too while I'm looking at it.
Come on, why are they breaking? Oh, I have 50
Hope of Helm's
lockpicks. Oh, we're
Deep.
good. All right. Well, I need to figure
Stone
out.
Deans.
Do I want to get all nice and dolled up for Rem's birthday party?
Yeah, also we don't talk about him on Lotur Stream.
Oh, yes, very right. Yes, I apologize.
That's okay. While his name is not a swear word, to a lot of people it may as well be.
Like saying Voldemort. What?
Exactly.
Moldy who? Come on. Game's rigged. I'm in. Who be in this house? All the bandits know that I'm here. Lady, this man just came at me for robbing his home. All right, relax. Is he the only one here? Oh, this dude's stacked on goods. Let's go. Yeah, I'll take his broom. I don't care.
There we go. 10 out of 10 task items turned in.
Well met.
See how bad the repair bill is so far? 300 silver. So I have a lot of the... I think I've got my Enorian armor set and I haven't switched to wearing it. I'm only wearing it cosmetically. I think it's better armor-wise, but it's not as good on buffs. So I
He's
have already
high-o.
crafted myself a new armor set. Well, I don't know, maybe the thing to do is to wear it and see if I do any better with that. Probably not. In fact, I was meant to look and see how much my vitality dropped. We can check it again. So old armor. Oh, it's not too bad, I guess. Vitality's at 30,000. Well, I should say my morale's at 30,286. If I change into my
dude.
player crafted armor.
This lady made butter. Let's go.
Mother Nature's perfect food. So my vitality actually jumps up a little bit wearing the better armor. I know my will is down. but maybe that's the way to go. So I've got my essence armor on. Let's check these last couple of pieces. Well, Trousers of the Moonland should be a current piece. That's from right
Oh,
here.
heck
Gilead.
yeah.
4,400 versus 4,600. Okay, we'll wear the new armor.
What news do you bring, traveler?
That's a good question. What news do I bring? And do I have anything I can actually sell at the moment?
That's a lot of cabbages someone just left chilling.
Just in time for summer slaw. Alright, well I have the milestone here.
This guy had...
We'll swing by El Casa del Eduardo. Drop off some fish, see if we can't clear some pack space. So are you playing Morrowind or Skyrim at the moment?
Playing the Skyrim at the moment.
Okay. Just
Just
because we
kinda
were talking about it?
Just exploring, because Fallout decided I don't want to work on a console either. So I was like, hey, well, I still want to play something fun, so...
You know, if you're going to let one little crash knock you down, then you'd never get anywhere in Fallout 76.
No, I know. We can get Gipio into Fallout 76. That'd be kind of cool. Little 3-man convoy. I think I got everything I need from this place. Juniper berries. Water. All right.
What's that hiding down there for?
All right. Get some.
Let's send these to Shanaria.
Moonworks did. I'm trying to figure out a green screen solution for me for streaming because I can't get. I don't know if I'd be able to fit something behind me since I'm like right up against the wall. All right. Pretty lonely inn. There's one dude here, and it's the owner. That's kind of whoa. Nintendo announces they're going to remaster and re-release Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess.
Wind Waker or Wind Walker?
Wind Waker.
Are you looking for something, friend?
Those are all good ones, though.
Mm-hmm. Why develop a new game when you can just remaster an old one?
Because they're so good.
Exactly.
What they're doing for a lot of things. I would understand if you like had to do that. Like, say you had like a game that was going to take like 6 years to make. Like, you halfway in, like you'd like put out like an old remaster of an older game to like kind of hold people over. But like, who the
Maybe.
heck are you, buddy?
I'm trying to think if I've ever bought a remastered version of an old game. I don't know that's been a thing for me in the past.
Probably one or two in there somewhere. Oh, I'm not trying to steal that.
Chicken.
Oh, I'm gonna steal it. I need to see what the heck is the owner situation is at this house. I'm gonna walk in there. They're gonna be like, "Get out!"
It's better than some of the houses I walked into in the Stick of Truth.
Oh yeah, the horse. Huh.
Some things you can't unsee.
Let me talk to this lady. Of course, she has nothing to say to me. Where's your husband? She might be the husband too. Lady, you just chilling stuff like. If I like end your life, no one will come and see this.
Don't be giving Mrs. Mustafa ideas.
Well, like, who's gonna stop me from like taking all the goods at her farm? Like, not her. Just stealing her bees.
Sean Britt says, well, good night. Sean, thanks for coming by. Thanks for educating
night,
me about
Sean.
ESO. Appreciate it. And, yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Got chickens. I'm stealing all this. Oh, she doesn't step outside and watch me. Watch me rob her farm. This was like the one-way stop for come here, kill this person, and leave. I love it. All right, well, lady dies. Let's go. Let's see, what does she have on her before I murder her?
What can I do for you?
Kill her. Wait, I heard a man's voice in here. We're not alone. There was a man this whole time. Sorry, man. I gotta beat you to death, man. I didn't know who these people were, man. I didn't know there was a dude. He wasn't here the first time.
Now you know.
Stealing all these people's food. I'm like, I killed you for your food. Sorry. That's people who play that type of like Fallout or Skyrim, the survival mode. I cannot believe some people can do that. Yeah, I gotta eat like every 30 minutes and sit by this fire so I don't get cold. I'm like, that's way too much. It's like Sims meets these things.
Oh, 76 is basically survival mode.
It's true. Ba, 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 ba.
I've still got a 2-day cooldown on the large emblems. That's crazy. Thought those were ready to do. So let's think about our tedments. We have done inventory management. I'm doing crafting. We've done task item turn-ins. I've eaten on camera. I guess I just need to get a little fishing in tonight.
Oh, and Sleevy's got
How
some
can I
chickens
be of
I can
service?
kill. What do I get for the chickens? A breast. I'll take it.
Can't you keep the chickens and just eat the eggs?
No, it's just this random house I walked upon, and then because it's in the middle of nowhere, I killed the lady, and then her husband was home, and I was like, oh, so I gotta kill him too, and then I just took all their stuff.
He didn't reward you for offing his wife?
No, he actually liked his wife somehow.
I know if somebody broke in and killed me, Mrs. Mustafa would pay them handsomely.
Oh no, please stop! As she's eating chips or something.
Exactly. Who do I make this check out to? Thank you very much. She would regret it, though, the first time she couldn't open a jar.
Damn it! Bring him back. Ma'am, we can't do that.
Gravediggers! Hey, Big Ed, mate from Australia. Hello, Gravediggers. Got lots of friends from Australia, actually. Glad you stopped in to say hello.
Really? You know what they say about people like from Australia? They're wicked nice people.
There you go.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Beavers.
Alright, let's see about crafting me a more updated shield. See what I can get here. And
let's see
what am I wearing for a cloak? An Honorian Cloak of Brilliance. That's probably the right cloak at this level.
That's for you, Ed. You're pretty brilliant.
I'm
Oh,
not
there's a lot of
smart
skeevers in this
man.
place. Everybody dead from here, man?
You know, you could be playing Lotro and leveling up your hunter.
I'm sorry. Are we talking seriousness now, or
Yeah, why not?
I haven't played with all up in like a month.
That's your captain. I don't care about your captain.
Yeah, that's the one I was actually playing though. What have I even been playing? Decent amount of Overwatch. Rocket League. I've been playing. I'm almost grand champ in 3v3s in Overwatch. Not Overwatch in Rocket League. Uh, Star Wars. Oh, yo, this boy be dead. Why is everybody I come into contact with dead?
Are you role playing chaotic evil or just doing whatever's most convenient?
Not just whatever. In the beginning of the game, I like to like scout out areas and like go into like random caves just to level up and find some stuff to get going.
Yeah, Hard Hit's laughing. He says, Ed needs a hunter for travels. You got to level up so you can port me around.
Yeah. I'll level him up just to shock freelancer one of these days. Oh my god!
It'd almost be worth you valaring your hunter just so you can go, hey, when are you guys going to level up? I
Yeah.
need you to catch up to me.
Did you just spend money on that? No.
No, I just did it.
Is he in his new house yet?
Nope.
Damn, it's taking forever, huh?
Well,
I'm sure the whole COVID thing didn't help.
probably not.
I'm pretty sure. The fact that lumber right now costs way too much money.
Well, hopefully all of that was booked in ahead of time.
I sure hope so.
Campaign shield is a normal shield. Yeah, this is better than the shield I've been carrying too. What do I need to... So I just need Anorian ingots and pure Anorian scar. And I should have plenty of both. Yeah, if I can crit on that, that would be good. That's a nice upgrade. I think Shanarian, or
there's somebody
Anorian
up.
might have just had an armor problem. Let's see. And of course I'm struggling for pack space here too. Bree Anniversary, don't care.
Yeah, I love when they give you all those fireworks. It's like, thanks for taking up like 6 slots.
Well, of all the treasures in all of Middle Earth, none are quite so precious as open pack slots.
Actually true. Hello, Forsworn. Where you going? I want to kill you. Come back. Oh, they are not happy with me. Oh, it's a hag raven. Oh, I'm not in a good place right now. Oh, I beheaded him. Never mind.
Pure Anorian,
Yes, sir.
Anorian ingots. Alright, let's go craft a shield. At one time, champions used to be able to use small shields.
I remember.
It's been a long time.
It has. Come on, why do the Forsworn never have any like good goodies on them?
It's so people don't kill them just to take their stuff.
They should. Potion. Give me healing.
So we don't want might. We want will. And do we have any scrolls?
Oh.
Those are maps. Tailoring. Supreme metalsmithing lore. Alright. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies.
You got it, bud.
60% of the time, it works every time. If you just say that 3 times while you're crafting, you will get critical success once in a while.
Almost never. What?
No, I have pretty good luck with it.
You kill a giant or something?
I had like a
Okay.
73% chance of critting on that, so.
Very nice.
Lenorian gets a new shield to go with her new armor.
Oh, heck yeah.
Inventory management is hard.
Yeah, I'm having that issue with myself right now. I need to drop something to make because it's everything weighs too much.
Yeah, you can't even make excavator armor in I'm totally blanking. Skyrim.
Oh,
The House of Durin will live forever!
you're gonna find the mod for like your miscellaneous items not taking up pack space. I have all these rings, but they don't weigh anything. That's worth something. There. I'll have to go to the shop and sell some stuff. Just that freaking frame rate drop too, just going from console to computer difference. Wow, such a difference.
Well, your computer is light years ahead of what Skyrim was probably originally designed for. When was Skyrim released?
2011.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have video cards as fast as yours in 2011.
Oh, I did not think so. Nah, it's just on even on the Xbox. Just well, this is the generation after it came out too. It's just still kind of just. I don't know if it's.
Little
I think they
Hoochie.
made it 60 frames. Yeah, it's fine, but I'm just being a bum.
The Lords of Moria have returned.
That's interesting. So Shanaria is my 55th level guardian. She is my metalsmith and tailor, and has successfully crafted a new shield for Lenorian. So I've been talking before about how if you want to play Lotro with free to play, the best way to do it is with many characters in what I call crafting circles on each server, so that you can share materials and craft for one another. There's a perfect example of where I've got a minstrel who's a scholar, and I'd crafted a new set of armor, and I just crafted a new shield for her. And I'm hoping that with the armor bump and the shield bump, that it's enough to give her a little bit of extra protection going through Osgiliath, because I'm on 5 deaths and counting, and not making a lot of headway because of it. So these half trolls do some serious damage. and it would probably behoove me to have some physical mitigation
Yeah.
essences, but I don't, so I just have to go take my punishment. The important thing is I've got a bunch of open pack space now, and I'm ready to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
Do it.
How may I help you today?
I would
Oh,
like
there
you
is
to buy
here.
my junky old shield. New shiny shield? Equipped. Old junky shield? Sold. Oh, that was just a random quest reward shield, too. It was a good shield, don't get me wrong, but the stats on the new one are quite a bit higher. Hopefully that was part of the problem.
Oh, hello there, Forsworn. He must die now.
I'm too tired checking in, says, you could bring a friend, but I'm probably not on that server. Arkenstone, going through Osgiliath. My normal traveling companion Zinger is unavailable.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I've been surprised at some of the deeds I've been knocking out tonight already. Task limit reach, crafting. You know, one of the dumb things I need to do is finish Trout Master.
You need to finish Trout Master.
Yeah, I did not do as intensive a fishing on this character as I normally do on some of my others.
What?
Gore finally finished Trout Master on Evernight, so... And I think he finally bit the bullet and went to Oghair to fish for Darter. Yeah, Lenorian is far and away the highest level character I have that doesn't have Lord or Lady of Streams complete. And I'm trying to finish getting my weapon crafting up so that I can craft my own first age 100th level. It's one of the reasons I wanted to get the crafting done. Come on, Trout. Let's see what you got. And if you're fishing in dissonance mode, all of the fish you catch are radioactive. It's super cool. I caught a perch.
Good job. How much does that get you?
It's a good cooking ingredient.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Amethyst, I'll take that.
All the stars are made of amethyst.
Really?
That's a line from a song by Hole.
Wonder how true that is.
I don't think it's very true.
Oh my god.
Courtney Love
Oh,
was
of course.
probably pretty high when she wrote the lyrics, if she did.
Is that before or after she had her husband killed?
I don't know. I like Courtney Love. I thought Hole rocked. I've got Live Through This and Celebrity Skin. And I even have her solo album, America's Sweetheart. Actually, I think what got me to notice Hole and start listening to them, I got the Crow City of Angels soundtrack, which is a great soundtrack album, by the way. And Hole did a cover of Fleetwood Mac's Gold Dust Woman, and it rocks. It's really good. I was like, that kind of kicks ass. Oh, that's another thing that happened this week. I mentioned it to the group on Wednesday when we were playing on Evernight. I've mentioned before, first of all, inarguably, the Rolling Stones are the greatest rock band of all time. Hundreds of years from now, people will study the music of Mozart, they'll study Beethoven, maybe Rachmaninoff, they will study the Rolling Stones. If you disagree, please do not expose your own ignorance and lack of taste by suggesting I'm not absolutely correct. You will only embarrass yourself. The Rolling Stones are amazing beyond compare. They've been releasing video content on YouTube, concert footage, hour-long concert videos, new music tracks, lots of cool stuff all through the pandemic. You know, they're used to touring constantly, and they've been, stuck like everybody else. And I think it just got to them, and they've been cranking out music and videos. And Ronnie Wood did a concert live at the Royal Albert Hall, and he just released a couple of tracks he dropped earlier this week on YouTube. They're really terrific, and I was pretty amused to see that, of all people, Mick Taylor played with Ronnie Wood at his concert in the Ronnie Wood Band. Mick Taylor quit the Stones, and Ronnie Wood was his replacement, so the fact that they're out on tour together, I think that's just super cool and chill. It's like when Pete Best got kicked out of the Beatles, and then the Beatles went on to make it big. He went around for decades complaining about it and saying, I'm a better drummer than Ringo Starr. And it's like, yeah, but you're kind of a jackass, so maybe the fact that you might be a better drummer is not relevant. But, to see a couple of rock legends like that, hanging out and touring together, I thought that was very cool. I don't think there ever was much animosity with Mick Taylor. I just think he decided, the Stones thing's not really for me. I'm a little more low-key. And, Bill Wyman, their bass player, eventually retired from the band just because he's terrified of flying and he didn't want to tour anymore. He still plays and travels, but he only travels around the UK. He's got a band and he goes around and does gigs, so that's very cool also. But yeah, if you have any modicum of musical taste at all, go check out the new Ronnie Wood tracks. They're just nice standard old blues tracks. I don't know if it's anything he's even written himself originally, but they're just really good. The sound quality's really good. The guitar work is very, very solid. And yeah, very cool to see that drop. Now I gotta throw some fish back. 2 barbels, don't need them. What else did we get? 2 smelts, don't need them. Ball of gunk, don't need it. Grayling, don't need it. Rusty hammers, 2 of them, don't need them. What was this last fish down here? Bullhead. It's funny about that. I've gotten 1 game fish and 1 trophy and no trout. I just need my 1 last species of trout. I've got 8 of 9 collected. So I have officially completed the Tedments for tonight. Thou shalt fish, thou shalt craft, thou shalt manage thy inventory, thou shalt turn in thy task items, and thou shalt eat on camera. So even though Zinger's not here, I'm still obeying the Tedments. £40 salmon, that's a nice catch. Those make a heck of a wall trophy if you turn them into the fishing taxidermist. I have gotten a couple of points of fishing. I'm about to hit 150. I think I'm using a +4 fishing pole, so I'm technically at 153 skill right now. We have tested it, and the fishing bonus you get on your fishing rod does affect whether or not you can catch certain species of fish. I was able to start catching trout early. 30-pound salmon. Oh, there we go. I have upgraded from expert angler to master angler. So let's make sure that's current. Nope, I'm going to have to put the title on. Master Angler is now active. So your title, you get Apprentice Angler at 10, Journeyman Angler at 50, Expert Angler at 100, Master Angler at 150, and then Lord or Lady of Streams at 200. And then you get the title, the Complete Angler, when you catch your 50-pound salmon. And there's some other miscellaneous fishing titles. There's lots of cool stuff for fishing. And the wall trophies you get for stuffing and mounting the trophy fish. Tons and tons of cool stuff.
And some cereal.
Yeah. Trying to decide if I'm stalling or because I don't want to go back to Osgiliath and get beat down again.
Probably.
Yeah, I was taking a pretty good whooping trying to get through there. Well, I caught a 4-pound salmon and a 40-pound salmon. I caught a 30-pound salmon when I got my 150th fishing point skill. Or fishing skill point, I should say. Should always have a fishing pole with you wherever you are in Middle Earth. If you haven't fished in a region, you haven't truly explored that region. Ooh, I caught a catfish. Another cooking ingredient. And they also mentioned on Cordovan's stream today that Midsummer Festival's coming up, and hopefully that means fishing for Antholis starlet crystals. If you do all of the fishing areas, along with your regular summer festival stuff, you can bang out 2 Antholis starlet crystals a day pretty easily. You have to put in the work. There's 70 minutes of timed fishing to be done, which is a lot of fishing. But, yeah, Antholis starlet crystals, it's probably worth it.
Per day?
Yeah. You won't always be able to get 2 per day, but you can often get 2 per day. You can always get at least 1 per day. There, I finally caught a trout. Wasn't the species I needed, but I caught one. Wonder why they're being so stingy with the trout tonight. Yeah, but I'll repeat it. There's over an hour of fishing to be done each day, and it requires a bit of luck. There's a special fish in each of the fishing areas. Starry flounder, silver haddock, kelebhal, and golden redfish. And each one of those that you catch is worth 2 festival tokens each. So if you get a bunch of the common fish plus you collect some of the rares, they add up pretty fast. You get a lot of tokens that way. You can actually get enough tokens. You still have to go through and do some of the other festival things as well. But Summer Festival's really easy to knock out. Most of the stuff is fairly centrally located. And then it's just a matter of running around and doing the keg races and the Taste of Hobbiton, and then getting the fishing stuff done. And you can go through the festival content relatively quickly. If you do 70 minutes of fishing, two hours will knock out all the festival stuff, unless you want to go back and do some of the repeatable stuff later as well. But yeah, it's very possible to get 2 Antholis starlet crystals in a day, just within that 2 hours of grinding festival. Got another trout, another red band, another couple of points of fishing. I'm at 152 now.
Excuse me.
But I'm basically fishing one-handed right now. I've got it set up so Alt +1 casts and reels in my fishing line. So,
Nice.
yeah, the nice thing about the fishing stuff You can be listening to music. You can be snacking. You can be watching a program on your other
Did they
monitor.
intend for more hobbies to be a thing? Because I feel like that was like their original
Yeah, probably.
plan. And then it's like, here's fishing. It's like, yeah, they didn't do anything else.
Well, I don't know. Fishing is so awesome, they probably couldn't come up with anything else to compare it to. Name another hobby you want to see in game.
Apex Legends. No, I was kidding.
Now, one of the things that always bugged me when my second character was a hunter, and Galandriel, my first character, is a jeweler who can cook. And I thought, well, I'll create a hunter, and my hunter will be able to hunt for cooking ingredients. And it's always bugged me that a hunter can't actually hunt. It's like, why are you a hunter if you can't hunt? Why can you not shoot a rabbit to collect a coney to cook?
You are correct.
It just always bugged me.
You are correct.
Thank goodness you can fish for food.
Fish.
And the only trout I seem to be catching here are red band trout. Fishing is now 153. Caught another catfish. Catching catfish in real life is super fun. They grow big here in Nebraska too.
Do they?
Yeah. People catch crazy big, like 70-pound channel cats and stuff.
That's
in
crazy.
the rivers, yeah. In Vietnam, they have catfish that grow like 400 pounds.
Like, they're common here, but definitely not that size.
Yeah. But I know of a farm pond down in Otoe County, Nebraska, where we were catching a bunch of 4 and 6 pound channels, which is just the perfect size for filleting and eating. Although cleaning a mess of catfish doesn't sound like any fun. I think we brought a cooler back with us one time, and I gave them away to a friend of mine. She's like, yeah, my dad will clean and cook these. That'll be awesome. I'm like, knock yourself out, Doris.
All right, Morrowind out. Oh, I'm excited, Ed.
I'm excited for you.
I just want to see how it looks. I doubt I'll probably get into it, but the original Xbox starting screen. You remember that? Oh, good times.
Well, I have an original Xbox. Mine broke years ago, and I still have all my games. And some friends of mine were cleaning out. I think her mom passed away, and her mom had some of her uncle's stuff that used to live with them. And her uncle had an original Xbox that just been sitting there doing nothing. They're like, "Do you want it?"
Your broken one.
Yeah, okay. I've got games for
I
it,
love the
sure.
original Xbox. Believe it is the first game system that had a hard drive, like, in the console itself.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because everything else, I believe, had memory cards of some sort, or technically there was a. Yeah, I guess so. Because for like Legend of Zelda and stuff, they either saved it on the cartridge itself, or they had the little RAM booster thing. Yeah. I love the Xbox. I think Xbox is like, I can't imagine my life without Xbox. Halo and oh my god, this looks so ancient. It's in like 640 by like 480 on my computer.
Yeah, I was surprised at your enthusiasm.
Oh, I just want to see what it looks like, so I know that like I don't want to play it. Definitely.
Well, you should go out to GOG and try to get Daggerfall. That's the one that came before Morrowind.
Yeah. No thanks. Oh.
I was laughing. I've got a game on my shelf back here. I'm going to see if I can reach around and get it. Where the heck is that? Where is Witch Haven?
I am SKDX Killer. Let's go. Done. It honestly, I mean, it's definitely 2003, but like, or one, but it looks good. Like,
Oh,
it's
good.
alright.
Glad you like it.
These inverted controls are a definite no-no. What do you mean down is up and up is down? No, no, absolutely not.
Well, hopefully you can switch them in the menu. But yeah, I've got an old RPG game called Witch Haven, and it was funny because it was almost like a real-time combat sim, and it was pretty cool looking back in the day. And I think somebody locally, there was a company that was packaging them,
Yeah,
and my buddy I owned the video game store with, he knew a guy, and the guy would just like bring us copies of Witch Haven to trade in, and we just keep a couple copies at a time to trade. He could get them like for free or for next to nothing at work because they were just basically boxing them and packaging them for shipping or something. I
makes
never
sense.
did get the whole story. It's like, okay, Rick, whatever side deal you got cooking.
Just
But
give me good
yeah,
stuff.
I saw that GOG had they had a Witch Haven 1 and 2 bundle on sale, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that game was still even a twinkle in anybody's eye. Another red-spotted trout. Catching trout, just not the species I need. Yeah, I was just saying that, Lord Smooches. I saw it on GOG the other day. Got an email. That was one of their specials they were promoting. And then I was like, I should pull out my old copy and see if I can get it to run. And then I was like, oh yeah, I don't have a CD drive. So I can always try installing it on
Who
Mrs.
has those
Mustafa's
anymore?
computer. Mrs. M.
I still have mine too.
She still burns discs of photos for customers.
Why did I want mine? I don't know. For DVDs, technically, I guess. Though I didn't think it would ever like be used.
Our music library, I must have, I don't know, I counted at one time. We probably have 1,200 music CDs
Damn.
between me and Mrs. Mustafa. And it's nice to be able to, rip CDs onto your hard drive so you can
Yeah.
listen to them while you're at the PC and stuff. I've got thousands of hours of music I haven't listened to in a while just because it's just not that common. One of the things I don't like about my home theater setup is in order to listen to a music disc, I have to have the TV on because of the way the Blu-ray player routes through the system. Is that true?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not true. I think I at least have to have the TV on long enough. Yeah, because the problem is if I turn the TV off, it's an LG TV and an LG Blu-ray player.
Okay.
And if I turn the TV off after
Yeah.
queuing, it shuts the Blu-ray player off. They're synced together. So it's like, well, I'm not going to go out and buy a separate CD player just to play music on because that would just be a waste of money and space.
Yeah.
And somewhere, I actually have a Sony Walkman CD player. I have no idea where it is, and I thought, man, it'd be nice to dig that out just so I could listen to discs once in a while.
Ew, Oblivion.
Yeah.
My parents were using like tapes for quite a long time after I was born and stuff. Like I remember them using them for like good few years of my childhood.
That was what we did before you got recordable CDs, was you'd buy an album on vinyl or CD and then just record it to cassette. I've, lots of friends have been like, oh, I got my car broken into and I lost all of my CDs. And I never, ever, ever, ever took any of my original music out of the house. The discs stayed home and I would just copy them to tape. And if somebody took tapes, it's like, I don't care, I'll just go re-record it. I could buy a nice high bias 90-minute cassette tape for $2 or $3.
Are you serious, dog? Come on, we're not chasing the cat at 1 a.m. No, absolutely not. I know, you're bored. I'm so sorry right now. I'm sorry. I know, I'm a terrible owner.
You are a terrible owner. Go play with your pets.
I'm sorry that my dad's not here to, like, tend to her needs. Well, the problem is, too, is, like, the plug outlet that my computer is hooked up to, like, via, like, the surge protector. Like, if one of the top one's kind of faulty, so, like, during, like, the winter months and stuff, I'm fine. But, like, when I have to move it down to or to the top for the air conditioner, it's like it depends on how I lay on my bed and stuff. And it'll trigger it to go off, or I'll have to like I think it just needs to be fixed. But Rosie, just go lay down, honey. I'll come out. When it's like sunny out, we'll go chill and I'll make eggs and sit outside like old people do on their rocking chair.
There you go. You're kind of an old soul anyway.
Yeah, I'm like I don't know what's gonna happen with the next few days with my dad going. I know I'll be like chill, but I still don't feel good like a lot. So it's like it's not really exactly fun. Like I'll be doing the same shit that I would do if he was here. So
Yeah, it's tough to relax and enjoy yourself if you're not feeling good.
I have days where it's like easier or like it just feels better. I guess I feel better certain days or whatever, but like whatever it is, it's still brutal. Let's see. What do I want to? Yeah, my dog's like, I hate you.
All right,
I'm
I think
sorry.
I've probably fished as much as I need to tonight. Let's go back to Osgiliath and see if the armor and shield upgrades are helping at all. It's time for me to go take my beat down.
You have to do it. Take a command.
Should have named the stream Watch Ed Eat Arrows, I guess.
Will Ed survive Osgiliath?
Watch Ed take an axe to the face repeatedly. Be like Mrs. Mustafa's dream stream.
She'll watch it.
Yeah.
She'll suddenly be into it.
This Lotro thing where you get murdered over and over is great, honey. Yeah, thanks.
The game control is free on Epic right now.
Really?
Yeah, the base
that's
game.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey! That's probably the best ray tracing title ever. It was designed around RTX and NVIDIA's ray tracing, and it really
the
shows
base
it
game
off.
is free. Base game free right now.
Oh, I didn't know there was an expansion or any DLC for it.
I don't know. I just went on, and then like if you've never done Discord Nitro, there's 3 free months on there.
It's kind of weird. It's like Control is like use your psychic powers to attack people in an office building for no reason. I don't quite get what the game is about. Looks like more like a really exciting tech demo, but okay.
I'm all about it.
What the heck am I doing? I'm going back.
Yeah, I got
out
your
to
back,
Osgiliath.
cat, licking yourself on my bed, exposing yourself to me. Yeah.
That's what cats do.
I wonder what movie Gore and Chuck and Rita watched last night. The options were Heat with
Nice.
De Niro, I think, and
Yeah, Val Kilmer's in it, Al Pacino.
yeah, and then the other one was Django Unchained.
Okay.
I like that one better. I've seen that one anyway, but I'm like, that's a wicked good movie. Both of them are long as hell.
We went to see Django Unchained on Christmas Day at the theater with a friend of ours. That was pretty fun.
Oh, that's a good movie to see in Christmas.
It was a very Christmassy movie, much like Die Hard. Okay, let's wander back into Osgiliath. We have upgraded our armor and our
Ever seen
shield.
12 Years a Slave?
Yeah.
That's a great... I loved that movie. Oh, I was like, yo, this movie's so good. It's like The Blind Side when what the fuck? I was like, oh, it's so good.
I queue up all of the Oscar-nominated movies in just about every major category and watch them all. I just got done watching Parasite last week.
That's the Korean one, right?
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite
heard
what I
good things about
expected.
it.
I thought it was more of a horror movie, and I really kind of regard it, maybe it's my sick sense of humor, but I would call it more of a dark comedy. And then, or sort of the Korean version of Breaking Bad, maybe. That would be another way to look at it. But yeah, Parasite was really good. And then I forget what I got in the mail today. I still get Blu-rays shipped because then you don't have to subscribe to 80 different services. Netflix will get you everything, either streaming or on disc eventually. But I think The Heritage. And I'm going through the 2020 Oscar nominees. And I've got the 2021 Oscar nominees queued up, so we'll see. But yeah, I don't think Django was Oscar nominated, but 12 Years a Slave definitely was.
That was a good movie. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. I'm hoping that my jewelry is OP enough that it'll make up for some of the will that I shaved off of my armor. I just had to get better armor protection, so we'll try my Anorian light armor and my new shield. I didn't realize how much better the armor stat was on the stuff I wasn't wearing compared to what I was wearing. I was waiting to get enough essences into that player crafted armor to make it worth trying on. And I know my will had to take a hit, but I'm guessing it may not matter that much. We'll see. And here he comes. Well, that went much better. Crowd control. Use it. The life you save could be your own. And we're through. So Lord Smooches says, "Oh yeah, Big Ed, I made it through Moria the other day on my way to see Lady Galadriel." Well, Lothlorien is beautiful. It's a great place to run through. The questing I don't think is particularly strong, but the landscape is gorgeous. Nick, you ever make it to Lothlorien?
Yeah,
What'd you think?
pretty good.
Okay.
I think I liked Moria this time around more than the first time. First time I felt like so overwhelmed. This time it was like not as bad.
Yeah, once you put in the time and you're able to find your way around Moria, it's much more enjoyable the second, third, fourth time you go through it. Reiko checking in. Hey Ed, I know I've asked before, but I have memory issues. What server are you on? Tonight I am playing on Arkenstone. I play on multiple servers. I have characters on every free-to-play English-speaking server. So Laurelin, Landreval, Evernight, Arkenstone, Crick Hollow, Brandywine. What am I missing? Gladden. You can catch me on any of these servers. Lord Smooches says,
dogs.
I am off for now. Thanks for the stream tonight, and have a great rest of your stream. Are you streaming tonight, Lord Smooches? If you are, have a great stream yourself, and if you're not, we'll catch you later. Yeah, doing that now. All right, cool. Have a great stream, bud. Thanks for hanging out and listening to me ramble on about all kinds of stuff. There we go. Alright, I needed to free 8 captive rangers, and I freed 0 of them. So let's see if we can get rolling again here. Holy cow! Where'd all these guys come from? Well, I definitely wouldn't have survived that before. Holy shnikes. That was close.
Nikes?
Shnikes. Wasn't that a Chris Farley thing?
I believe so. I liked my buddy Kyle from friend from a junior high school all the way till now. Huge Chris Farley fan. That Veronica Vaughn.
Alright. Well, this will be a good test. Let's see how hard this troll's hitting me now. Well, that was much better. Urukai. I can just keep going this way. There's no Urukai Slayer deeds, so there's really no point in fighting those. Other than for giggles. That was a pretty good takedown. Slavers. Raiders. I am not quite in the right spot, am I? Maybe I do need to go that other way. I think there's an exploration point up these stairs. We'll go take a peek just since I'm here anyway. think the tactical mastery essences might have me punching a little harder. Seem to be a little bit more effective at combat. I wasn't sure on paper that this new armor set was going to work out very well, but kind of digging it. Or I'm just playing smarter after getting killed 5 times because I'm tired of dying. That could also be part of it. Oh, this is a problem. Let's retreat way down. Nope, not that. Dang it. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I needed to get a fear on that archer and I didn't get it done fast enough. Reiko says, I kind of wanted to go to Evernight because it's the biggest, but due to time difference, I'm not 100% settled on it yet. It's got good player populations all times of day and night. I don't know you need to worry about the time difference. Although they were talking on Cordovan's stream again today about Evernight and how they've been making changes to it to try to alleviate lag. So being on the biggest server may not always be a huge benefit. Death count 6. Well, this dude's an overseer to boot, yeah. Oh, he's got over 100,000 morale. Burning them down pretty good. Oh, that was close. Way closer than I thought that was going to be. Well, so much for this being a discovery point. Yep. I walked right into another archer. Hopefully that's the same archer. Nope, I just triggered 2 more attacks. Okay, everything's dead up here. Let's get the heck down. Woof! Oh, and an archer respawn. Perfect. Didn't need to run into him just yet. Seriously? Bubble? Holy cow. Okay, don't move, Ed. Heal.
Excuse me.
Bless you. I think I eventually decided I was going this way before I decided to make a side trip up the stairs. It is vexing trying to travel through Osgiliath. The respawn rate is high. The orcs are just lousy thick through the whole place. It is a challenge. Okay, this is where I was actually trying to get back to, so I did need to cut over this way. Got an Uruk slaver heading towards me. At least the half-trolls, as annoying as they are, there's a slayer deed for them, so there's a point in killing them. And to free these rangers, you have to kill them. So, let's see what we can get done here. This guy should be able to walk right up to and go, "Be free." One! Pull this half-troll up here. How did I pull two? Well, I wanted to test. This will do it. No, I didn't even get the bubble off. Come on. I'm dead. Yeah. Nunam, that was close. No, that was crap. I shouldn't have aggroed a second one. I don't know why I did. I specifically ran up there just so I'd only get one of them. Ugh.
That's when Zinger's computer suddenly sprang into action.
Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I miss my buddy the Runekeeper. It's a chore just getting back to there just so I can get whacked again. I'm laughing, all of these quests are green. I'm actually over level for it. Trying to do this solo minstrel is just really tough road to hoe.
Did you feel like Fallout 76 has filled that Tuesday role for you, or are you looking at other stuff too?
It's, you know, I'm enjoying playing it again, Nobody's watching. I had like 5 or 6 viewers, which is fine. I didn't get a lot of viewership for the South Park games either, but I had a blast playing them. So
All those are those are fun.
yeah, Tuesday night's kind of for me anyway. So I'll just play whatever the heck I feel like. If people hang out and watch, great, and if not, then must be nice. I just had some dude ride through on a war steed who just yanked all the mobs out of place for me. So instead of fighting my way through here, I can just pretty much jog my way through. Gonna have to clear some of this stuff? Yeah. You got me through that first section anyway. So I have to make sure nothing stops to aggro me on its way back. Oh, mother! It drew a extra War Master on top of me. I'm dead again. I've got 0 chance. Where's my flop? Where's my flop? Where's my flop? The flop didn't work again. The War Master... I'm dead. Again. Yeah. Okay. That's enough for me tonight. I give up. That dude riding through just completely jacked where all the spawns were. That War Master shouldn't have been there. And I wouldn't have thought he would have aggroed me. He showed wet back way late. Unless they crept up on me from behind. But either way, it threw off my timing having him ride through. So, yeah, I'm worked up enough that I can probably go ahead and call it. I'd hate for Nick to end up being the one who didn't swear that much on stream. Nothing. Just picking on you. Looks like El Galadwin is streaming. She has joined the Lotro stream team too, I was told. I think she streamed on Wednesday. So it will be my delight and pleasure to raid her. Let's go say hello to El Galadwin. And you can come back next Friday and watch me get torn to pieces by the host of Osgiliath next time too.
Hopefully next time you have someone to help you.
Maybe. It's annoying that I need the help. I should be able to go through there on my own. I'm used to playing a champion, though. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you all soon. Take care, everybody.
When they approach our walls.
Okay, how am I doing on that sweet reputation with the... Oh, I'm almost... Man, maybe I should keep doing enough till I at least get to the next level. I think right now I'm like neutral, and so the next level is at least acquaintance. Then I can get the travel skill, but that's... Yeah, we'll get the other ones do okay too. The other ones that have dwarf names.